is massive. Esports is global. From Seoul to Rio de Janeiro, from small bedrooms to massive arenas. From your very first game to your biggest victories. This is our world, our digital city. Millions play, millions watch. A global movement shaped by players, driven by passion, powered by its culture and community.
I am Arminas, head of Reloader. We love gaming, we live esports. Welcome to our venture.
We're Team Reloader. Our mission is simple. Give players what they've always deserved: rewards, respect, and recognition. This isn't just about features, it's about the culture we live and the community we build. Play more. Chase goals. Build your legacy.
Lock, load, and reload. It's Reloader. Things are just starting.
Gaming is massive. Esports is global. From Seoul to Rio de Janeiro, from small bedrooms to massive arenas. From your very first game to your biggest victories. This is our world, our digital city. Millions play, millions watch. A global movement shaped by players, driven by passion, powered by its culture and community.
I am Arminas, head of Reloader. We love gaming, we live esports. Welcome to our venture.
We're Team Reloader. Our mission is simple. Give players what they've always deserved: rewards, respect, and recognition. This isn't just about features, it's about the culture we live and the community we build. Play more. Chase goals. Build your legacy.
Lock, load, and reload. It's Reloader. Things are just starting.
Gaming is...
And I think it should be, there we go. Okay. We love tech difficulties. Also, my name is not Rockman Law. My name is Puffle Bob, but we are in the Ascend Breakpoint Series Qualifier II Grand Finals. It's me, Puffle. There we go. We're making the changes below
Puffle
me.
Boss.
I'm joined by Shiva on the desk. Shiva, it's quite early for us. How are we doing?
Good morning, Puffer. We were talking about what we had to deal with this morning, but we'll hopefully have this to be a good start. It's grand finals, man, and that has to be one good thing to talk about. Maybe we'll see some very good Valorant. That's the thing that we're really hoping here, right? DUPG against GGEZ. I think these two teams, from what I know, they've had a surprising run, especially knowing how good caliber teams they've had to go through in order to make this happen. I think notable teams like Last Hope being taken down during the best of ones was a really big surprise for me. But that being said, the evolution of all these different teams over the time, especially past the times where we saw the Ascend Community Cup, where other big teams were playing around, it's good to see these two different teams to be the ones to really solidify themselves into the second qualifier stage. As the stakes in this are pretty important for the future, not only the tournament on its own.
Yeah, 100%. And we talk about it, right? This is the Breakpoint Series Qualifier II. There is a whole format we have for this, for any of you that have not seen it. So we started out in Qualifier 1, where teams competed for 50,000 rupees. Same goes for day. Then it will be the Last Stand Breakpoint. And of course, that is all feeding into the Breakpoint Championship. So again, all these teams really want to get the big cup there, but we still have a match here on our hands today. It is a best of 5. So I think we don't waste any time taking a look at the map veto as well, because I'm interested in seeing what these champions will be looking to battle it out on. And well, taking a look at the first map, I do believe it is going to be just kind of expressed in the background here, and will be none other than Haven, picked by, I do believe it will be GGEZ. And first two bans, Abyss and Split. Honestly, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think with the bans there, it's a little I believe it's accurate that GGEZ are usually used to banning Abyss first, and that's been a pattern that we've seen in their recent vetoes, and that's still stayed the same here. For DUPG, getting rid of Split is fair. Not one of those maps that they usually like to prioritize, but a lot of the really common maps that we would expect coming into this. You know, you've got Haven, you've got Corrode, Sunset. I think those 3 maps are almost always going to be seen as maps that you'd want to have on for both of these teams, especially in this tier 3 level. You always see those maps as options. Bind being the opening pick for DUPG shows, or DUPG, sorry, definitely gives me an idea of how strategic that is, because Bind is a difficult map to really be flying it on. So to have that be there could open up an option for a veto as well, which makes things interesting. Pearl Decider is awesome to see as well. We love to see a map like Pearl make it around. Usually you see Pearl as either instabanned or picked early, not left as a decider, because it's quite a volatile map for certain sides, but it's going to be left as the last one if we go into map 5.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get to that map 5 again. Quite a decider, but now we're just going to wait for these teams to ready up and us to get into the match. Again, we're going into Haven as the first. This is going to be the only 3-sided map in the map pool as of the moment, I do believe. Yeah, okay. I'm not completely delusional. It's still too early right now to think, but we're taking a look at a map like Haven. I think it's a good way for these teams to kick us off. Again, they do want to settle into the match, get used to each other. So if anyone's looking to pick up the pace early on, I think Haven's the part or the map to do it.
Yeah, Haven's the type of map that relies a lot on good skirmishes and has a very spontaneous type of playstyle where you can either go extremely slow and focus on long-term lurks and go for picks, or you can just go complete balls to the wall and hard attack a site and not give the enemy team a lot of time to rotate. And so those reads with where you put your sentinel is really important. Rotation timings is really important as well. It very much depends on the style that you want with this map, because you can also run a very sniper operator heavy play style, and depending on how skirmishy these teams like to play, depending on how much they really care a lot more about firepower compared to synergistic util, we could see things like Jet Chamber coming in with double operator. We could see double duelist with Neon ISO. The duelist category has been wilting down over time in terms of options for versatility. But if there was one agent that's still going to be really strong in this map, it would be Neon. Neon's always been kind of top dog on this map for a while, and she's kind of making a breakaway now as easily the strongest agent in this pool, in this map, out of the duelist pool. But aside from that, for the most part, it stays relatively similar to what we would expect with the agent select. But who knows, things could change with Waylay being a big agent coming into it. And it will be Waylay locked in from Trinity of GGEZ. DUPG will be going aside from that to the very traditional comp. And honestly, both teams rocking very standard compositions here. The only difference that we're seeing there is that we have a Waylay instead of that second initiator, which would usually be the Breach.
Yeah, 100%. And I like how the meta has been shifting a bit more away towards the Cypher. The Cypher has been so overused, and as much as I like to say overused, he's been fairly used. Again, really strong character, but in general, now, after the recent changes, or, well, recent, Killjoy has been having a bout of her own, and I love seeing that on Haven in general. But yeah, again, we're taking a look at DUPG and GGEZ go at it. This is map number 1, and honestly, it's way too early for me to tell what's about to happen, but I can definitely tell you, Sheba, I'm ready to get into this match.
Yeah, I hope to see something exciting from both these teams. They've made it really far, and I think from them to make it through and guarantee themselves a means of qualifying through into the championship is going to be really helpful for them. It's going to be really, really good to see them as one of those leading front runners in this qualifier. And considering that they've had to go through some really strong teams who have won previous events from Ascend, it makes me excited for the potential that these guys have in the future, especially with some big names that we've seen from these previous rosters. I believe some rosters of previous big teams like ROG Academy and other previous Last Hope members have been on one of these teams, if I'm correct. I could be wrong on that one, but I do believe they have familiar names here. Yeah, so we've got VLT, Lightning F is there. You've got Collie on the other team. You've also got Ace Star, who's done very, very well for this other team. What on earth is that crosshair? What did I just see?
What are you playing? Minecraft, my man. Back to blocks and basics. Honestly, I gotta respect the hustle from RVK here. Just pulling out the big squares on the middle of the screen. Honestly, the fact that he's playing with that, just the amount of balls you need to carry is absolutely insane. And if he gets any kill, that's just a boast.
That might be a preference, Puffer. If that's an actual preference, I can't believe what I'm looking at. But hey, if it fits, it works, I guess. We're going into it, into the attack side, and you can already see them going into garage, where they're waiting for contact with Rollins. And not able to do anything about that opening engage.
Ooh, some returned. DUPG are still fighting back. They lose 2 players. Our mind is going down here for GGEZ. And now they hold this B, or rather C site fully. The retake here might be a bit more difficult. Again, utility is falling down. You do see the Neon now running in, but again, not finding any picks as you're the only one picked off. Left with Flame, who's extinguished, and that's going to be the first round for GGEZ.
I think DUPG just not really winning their fights too well on those opening pushes there. You saw the skirmishes coming through from both B and Garage, and Roland's unable to get his single. The one from mid trying to get a single one, unable to either. It just seems like the one-on-one game was not working out there for DUPG, but hopefully later on it'll change. Maybe the corner engages need to be worked on. Because so far, at least from this first impression alone, individual is definitely looking stronger for the side of GGEZ, but it's really hard to tell. That's kind of the only guess you can really make, considering how slow and honestly a little bit standard the engage was. Not a lot of utility thrown together, and that's a small nerf that you have to deal with when you have an agent like Waylay on the other side on the attack, where she's great on more open sites, but if you're going to be attacking a close range area like Garage, you're not really nearly as able to use that utility to its absolute max, and that can be where something like the Breach can really shine.
We're going into this round 2, right? We see a full save from DUPG. Besides this one player who's outstanding, Bucky. I do wonder if A-Star is going to be getting away with madness. Yes, he pops 2 in an instant. Where did that come from? Lightning is able to trade that out, but again, they still pay the price of 2 players. GGEZ off to, again, once quite a beginning, but now being left at this C-long and not much of a movement being made. And they're just held back by these pistols. Diki is able to put that outlaw to work, basically an op into an eco, or rather a pistol that's here still reserved by DUPG, as now they're just left wondering how they're going to defend this. A nice pistol popped, but again, it's all left for granted as the last one standing. Max, how much can we do about it? Yep, there we go. Lightning just sliding into your DMs and popping a hello.
Yeah, we're in that head and getting himself that 3rd kill. Nicely done there. You notice that A-Star, I believe actually A-Star got 2 kills with that Bucky. I might be blind or just wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw 2 on that kill feed.
Yeah.
Getting a double kill at the very start with the Bucky would usually want to prompt your team to try and claim more space closer up to ensure at the very least you can maintain control, considering how much stronger the weapons are going to be. But DUPG kind of threw that advantage away by not really having 1 or 2 members who, from that rotation, instantly try and join in A-Star's close quarters area. At the very least, you can play across around the corner. But this time it didn't work out, and GGEZ are again mopping the floor at this start. You've got Lufano Boss who's stuck between the hints, and he's being spammed out, unable to do much, but thankfully not dying just yet. Keep Collie so well timed. We'll catch him out as he runs back with his tail between his legs. And so that's given GGEZ a 5v2 and a retake from DUPG that I don't think they want to deal with at all. RVK, I need to know if this is ironic or not. I need to know. Someone has to tell me if this is actually his crosshair.
Honestly, if this is legitimately what he pops into a comp match with, my respect would go for him by another mile. But Lightning as well, as he's able to find Flame, and by the end, though, result is going to be just about as similar as the prior 2 rounds. GGEZ with 3 on the deck, and again, their entry onto site has been nothing but extraordinary. They just pop in, and it seems like DUPG don't want to fight it. You have that 1 player against, what, the 4-5 rushing you down. You kind of have to back up. The utility gets a bit too much to handle. You're smoked, you're popped, and you're out. I mean, DUPG, they tried fighting back against it. We saw the Breach attempting to maybe rotate towards that heaven side, but the amount of recognition that GGEZ have, just pulling Koi on that heaven instead, the TP above, and catching the Breach off guard then, a bit too much.
Another engage coming in. Hot on the trail here. Oh, not being landed by Max. It's already a bit of a disaster coming in, but this Lightning is really making a meal out of this. A 3k for him. As he quickly close out this ace. The goal there was the bait, and that was a collateral ace there from Lightning. He just got them lined up, and he got himself an ace. That was almost like he... I don't even know. I don't even know. He seems like he just owns this map right now. This is an absurd stomp that I'm seeing here.
Yeah, for the first 4 rounds, I mean, Lightning's definitely having his way with the enemy team, although we can definitely still give our props to A-Star, who's doing quite well on the Bucky, but you can only do about as well while the rest of your team is carrying Vandals. And in the meanwhile, we're heading back into the action, right? We're just wondering what DUPG are going to be doing. I'm hoping they might be starting to consider a tactical time as well, just to kind of get their heads back into the game. But as of the moment, GGEZ are definitely having a lot of control over everything that's happening.
It's a struggle here so far. It's not been the easiest start. And it looks like the engage is really not going to stop anything on that. See, this time dropping first blood, a second Trinity. Maybe first it was lightning on the A, second time it's going to be this time. They're going to be popping the overdrive in this as well. That's going to continue the momentum coming in for GGEZ. Only one have fallen here, only Trinity to have fallen. The rest are alive, making this a 4v3. RBK spamming something that you can barely see because there is. But Collie up the top will get his last, and it's going to be only D1 Rollins alone here in Garage in his default setup. Able to really do much about this, unfortunately. Turret triggered, DC takes him down, and that's going to be the 5th for GGEZ. This is a crazily dominant Stomp that we're seeing so far. It really feels like a different gap so far, from my impression. DUPG just really committing to fights they don't really need to commit to. Once he engages in, you see Max here holding on B instead of trying to leave or throw a piece of util for extra information. It was the same deal again when they were engaging on A. Max choosing to commit to trying to shoot a Neon with a Sheriff instead of, you know, just waiting for a bait, maybe getting more than that, hoping Neon doesn't spot. It's one of those scenarios where DUPG are just not putting themselves in advantageous positions. They're making this very difficult. It's just like, again, they're going to be just relying on that Neon shotgun, just hoping they can get lucky. And they do. That's exactly what happens.
A-Star there, gonna find the first one for DUPG, but will it be the only? No, second one comes in for the Neon, tries to shock the enemy, but gets shocks instead, and even while popping the ult, you're just found instead. RVK with another on the kill feed, and all of a sudden, GGEZ have, again, found themselves to be the hostage holders of this side, this B side. They just need to get the spike down, but it doesn't seem like that's as optimal as it seems. EC finding the breach. It's going to be less util, and again, there's only a Killjoy. So much a Killjoy can do in a situation like this. We're back to the, oh god, forbidden crosshair that's looking to spread some damnation across this mid side, and RVK just seeking out the final player. Gonna go in the engagement and walk out as the winner. 6th round for GGEZ. And Shiba, you talked about that playstyle at the beginning of the match, or before we went into it, right? It's a 50-50. They either slow pace it into the last few seconds of the execution, or they full rush it down. GGEZ have been going for the latter this entire time, and it's worked out every single one.
Yeah, Lightning is 10-0 in this map so far. I don't know what else to add aside from colossal Neon diff. And when you are a player who plays for VLT, those are 3 letters in front of your name that should tell you that you are a big boss going into this match. And unfortunately, DUPG are seriously just not able to do anything about this dominant space taking that Lightning's doing here. But A-Star will finally put an end to it. An operator from Metal will take down the Neon for GGEZ, and maybe finally a bit of hope here.
I've been loving the diversity of weapons from A-Star. It went from constant Buckies to a Shorty to a Phantom. All of a sudden, we're back to an op. And yeah, this man really does love his guns. But it seems like GGEZ, with their first loss, they've been just set back for the moment, being Hunter's Fury towards A here to deny the Phantom going down. And there's going to be ticks of damage. That's for sure. Trying to track him down. It will not end up committing to it. RVK is able to stick it down even with the breach aftershock. You're able to get away with your life. Omen smokes out Heaven again, going to limit out the possibilities of entry for DUPG, and they're just going to have to rush it on in. Waylay trying to hold it from under, but again, DUPG are locked outside of Heaven as of now, and in general, they're just going to have to brute force it once more.
With a crack too. It's a bit of a difficult scenario coming in. Do you have that Saturday not backing up too much? Trinity going a bit too far. The spike is getting so close to being diffused. And it's a 5v3. Numbers being wilted down, but utility coming through the PC will not allow them to get the defuse. There's no time. There's no time.
No.
Oh, DUPG. That is a calming core moment right there.
That really is just, I mean, it was a fight back, right? It's an improvement compared to the last time. They're able to get the majority of these kills, and in dominant fashion, they only lost one player, but again, they had absolutely no time remaining for it, even though the defuse was kind of close. Close just won't cut it going up against DUPG, so 7-0, by the way, just to keep you guys within the same frame of thought as we are in, because DUPG, a tactical timeout or a drastic change, one or the other, needs to happen.
I think something to change here. You've got Lightning is again running in this without a grain of hesitation. Ace on this operator in a really risky precarious position, getting overwhelmed here by the engage of GGEZ as the spike gets planted on 8 again in a 4 versus 3. How do you deal with this here if you're DUPG? Love final boss with a guidance intact. Goodness, can you hope for something here?
No, there's no way out of it. DC is going to be finding the final boss, but there's still a couple remaining, although a couple riddled down to 1, and well, back to the nil. GGEZ find themselves the 8th round as well, and again, common fashion, it's always been this 50-50 earlier, even though DUPG had won the initiation. GGEZ have been getting so many of these rounds, and again, as they've been doing so quite fashionably, the Rico isn't going to be dropping below that 4.9k mark either.
No, not even. It's just desperation bias here from DUPG. I don't know if A-Star is actually planning on buying that operator again, but if so, this economy is going to be very much all over the place here for DUPG. Whereas GGEZ are swimming in cash. They're going to be fully maxed out in no time if they aren't already. And I mean, goodness me. These guys just don't know how to deal with this Neon. This looks like a gap in skill. What am I watching right now? I don't even know. This is a grand finals, right?
It is. Your eyes do not deceive you. Blamey is looking to maybe capture some of these rotating players off guard, but no success there. And what is Roland's going to do? I mean, you have a Sheriff and a Dream. You can only tap heads so much. You do have that lockdown, but it would be quite a waste to use it here. So in this round, it might already be done and dusted unless these two final players can really pull off a play of a lifetime in general. Although, again, like you said, there is definitely a difference. And it comes down to Lightning coming out with a 3K once more. Just recognition of how much you have on that speed, right? Dashing right through the breach by a millimeter so you can find the kill, the second swing as well, and there's not much DUPG can do about it besides just hope that they can pick and prioritize the Neon player from GGEZ off as first.
I don't know what you can do if you're in the DUPG board right now. Trying to write so many potential strats. Maybe it's just best to keep sticking. I don't know, keep pinning something until it sticks, because it's just nothing's really working out for them at the moment. I think the biggest thing that you're worrying about here is how on earth do you deal with this Lightning? I mean, clearly a different breed of player compared to the rest of this lobby. And I don't know how you were able to deal with this. You had that operator position, but this time they're taking a much more aggressive start with 4 people up from A. They have gone up A several times, and the one time that they choose to stack it round, they're playing a default, and the drone gives info, and look at them pivoting round to B or C, where it's just D1 Rollins.
That is just unfortunate. Maybe, just maybe Lightning could have been a victim here, but it's going to be RVK taking that position as well. You see there to follow up, but Lightning's back at it again once more. Love Falls just dashing on in, finding damage on the turret. You're trying to escape, but it's Rollins to finally take you out. Now the biggest threat from GGEZ has been eliminated. The spike is being held at bay by Max as well, and this could be looking like a round for DUPG. Finally, the first to remove that donut off the scoreboard. Trinity still fighting back against him. Coley will be there to support him, however, as mid-initiation goes against him. Now left down to the waylay.
30 seconds left.
As much as you're not Lightning, the team from GGEZ are still phenomenal.
Trinity, another incredible player that can definitely make this work. 20 seconds left. Refract active. Looking to take the 1v1. Max will be first to lose. Flame is in a bad position too. Is there a chance? Surely not. Surely not, Trinity. Paranoia. That comes in. Max. Oh, Trinity's so close. Finally, the donut being taken away from DUPG. They're going to be getting their one. But in my mind, that felt like by the skin of their teeth. I thought what Max coming to that 1v1 was a big error there, and that could have lost them the game.
For a second, it was looking dangerous, but taking a look at it from the standpoint of GGEZ, they've already won out this first half. They can lose each round, and even then they still wouldn't be broke, right? Their eco is shining, they're golden. DUPG, on the other hand, a bit more rough. If they end up losing this round, we do have A-Star on that op, and again, that's a huge investment going here, so gotta position them correctly. But the Killjoy has been a thorn in the side of GGEZ up until now, or at least in the previous round. Quite a difficult one to deal with for the Lightning, for the Neon player, right? You can't really surpass the drone, but now just run it in, and Rollins is able to pick off the Neon once more. And again, largest danger gone. Trinity still making up for that mistake. 4v4, and it seems C is where action will take place.
These two players of DPG have woken up a little bit more. They also will fall. 1v1's being taken far too recklessly here from GGEZ. Trying to see if their gunplay alone can win themselves this map, and it won't be the case this time. Ron Dunner thrown out. A-Star will cleanly get his one with RBK left standing. It's going to be a clean round win this time for DPG.
There we go. They've started waking up again and set themselves into this match more, but the question is it a bit too late? These are 2 rounds. You can still go up against these double digits facing into the second half. And right now, Lightning, I imagine, won't be looking to approach Rollins as easily as done in the past couple. But let's give it some time. Again, GGEZ have been playing so aggressive up until now that DUPG have finally made a bit of an adaptation to maybe start trying to react upon that aggression. You know, expect Lightning to be dashing in constantly a bit more. And it's definitely been finding them a groove, but it can only capture them so many rounds because there's 1 more remaining in this first half. And let's see what GGEZ are going to be doing to secure this double ditch.
There's a chance for a momentum shift if things change here. If Lightning continues to get picked off instantly, it makes things a bit difficult. Premium, just the right places too. Very instantly aware of the potential that's going to be coming through here, and the double engage coming in from Trinity and Lightning will backfire. As RBK has also been tagged a lot. Coley will grab this one. Out comes the overdrive and RBK. I don't even know how you could spot, let alone track a guy like that with a crosshair like that. But hey, suit yourself. Max with the Hunter's Fury, unable to tag anybody, and it's a 3v1 here for Max. I think also very privy of the potential where Coley is, and now with that being revealed, it's only a matter of time to be spotted out and finished off by Corrode.
Yeah, 10-2 split here. In the end, though, Max carried so much utility. A bit of a shame he wasn't set on the C side. Definitely could have been a bit more helpful, but in the end, decisions were made. DUPG walked away with 2 rounds out of the 12 they played, and, well, now the pistol here can be quite a determining factor for both these teams. For DUPG, it could be a road back home, road back to equalization, while GGEZ match point stands if they're able to capitalize off this pistol, and then of course maybe fend off a possible force by DUPG. That's just for time to tell, but again, going into Haven here, a bit of a precedent has been set up that GGEZ, at least Lightning, definitely can do a lot of the damage, and not to discredit the rest of the team, but there's clearly been an outstanding element in this match, and it's been a Neon named Lightning.
I mean, yeah, GGEZ just have some of the best players in their region. Like, the strongest solo players that you can imagine going into this, as well as some really notable names in the team's competitive scene. It's a big super team that you know of from this GGEZ roster, and they're not going to really changing their reputation one bit. You've got a Tantrum A-Star and Flames yet too, but aside from that, GGEZ are wiping the floor here with DUPG. And that's going to be 2 people left remaining to finish off the last member in D1 Rollins, and that's going to be the from GGEZ. This might be a clean finish win here for this team, as currently looking to be the clear favorites going into this one.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, GGEZ are looking to close things out. They're going out of this pistol successful. Again, not much of a player loss. Credits are going to be as high as ever, so they're returning from rags to riches once more. DUPG, on the other hand, I might imagine they're starting to consider already how they're going to plan things out for map 2, 3, 4, and 5 if we reach it, of course. But for now, this one isn't looking too good, and it hasn't been for, well, about just the entirety of this matchup ever since the beginning. GGEZ have been, one way to put it, unrelenting.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. A-Star looking to use the signature shotgun as another means of attempt to engage. Not an operator. That would be absolutely ludicrous if he had an operator. But with that being said, Lightning with his Outlaw will make work of it. Trinity and DC working together to claim control of this garage area, and that's going to be multiple members here of DUPG down. The Bucky attempt, unfortunately, not working out as you've got Flame. You won't know it yet, but he's in the crosshairs of a Lightning who's looking to stomp.
In for the smoke to dissipate. Everyone's playing an extremely careful Rollins game. Rollins is here, looking to enter in on towards Garage, but again, going to be contested by 2. And Lightning is just waiting for the engagement, is not patient for it, and the Outlaw through the smoke. There we go, spotted Rollins. Another one bites the dust, and it's all love down to Flamey, and only so much a classic 1v4 clutch. Can we do it? Certainly not. To see there puts you down in that moment of thought. 12-2. Now DUPG, 10 rounds in a row. Can we do it?
I mean, listen, I'm not sure if this is DUPG don't seem like any fanatic here.
Are you doubting them?
There are a few teams that can do something like that with such strong mental. But I mean, who knows? It's Valorant. They now have the chance to have a superior weaponry, and it looks like a Gloss operator from A-Star on attack is going to be used here, unless that's just incorrect. I'm not too sure. I need to there is no way as an operator on this attack. He's got a Mandel. Okay, so Spectre is just controlling slightly, but it's fine. I can't see engage from DUPG. C is all theirs. You've still got, though, the Killjoy in garage.
Spike planted.
Waiting to make contact here. They're gaining more space, and RBK is probably rocking a half place. DC will get his 1, but Love, final boss, also known as Bad Love, will get his 2. And that is a promising sign here for DUPG. Holly,
One enemy
Trinity.
remaining.
Now Trinity alone. Looking to do this solo and can't do it. It's going to be the 3rd, so not over just yet.
Not over just yet, but yeah, still quite a way to go here. DUPG, off to a better beginning. They should be able to start picking up the eco. But again, going into this match without any mistakes, maybe you got this round, but my goodness, do you need many more? We're heading into this next one. I do very heavily doubt that Ace is going to be picking up that op again, so we love Spectre trolling us every now and then. I do wonder how fast we're going to play. Again, we haven't really seen any of the teams resort to going for a slower pace. It's always been just dash in, run on in, find yourself the opening, and that's going to be lightning off the board, but it doesn't stop there. As finally able to shut things down just for a moment, Trinity able to trade a player back for the 2 you've lost. And it has put a bit of a dead zone between these 2 teams. But DUPG, do they realize where Coley stands?
Spot him out. In the blink of an eye, just like that, there's 3 members of GGEZ gone. Of an attempt of some early space taking, DUPG have managed to overcome that. And so, they're not choosing to fully commit to this. You know, over rotations of that. But that's been red here from GGEZ. The EC takes down 1. That makes things precarious. 2 on 3.
I'm going down.
Spike planted.
There goes Spike. From the shadows was initiated there to claim extra space down up top, but that does give information that they're not going to be around there. Let's give up the space. That comes to fight, and that's a good cross there for DUPG.
There you go. Well played. DUPG, again, making it look a bit better throughout time and time. We're going to have to see. Maybe it's just possible. We get to a 12-12, and this is going to be in it for the long run, but they're going to exhaust themselves quite heavily in doing so. So I do like to see that these players are still hopeful. You know, they haven't given up yet. They want to fight back. They want to give themselves a chance. DUPG, they recognize, you know, maybe there was a bit of an atrocious beginning, but you can always give yourself that second chance. And, well, this is it.
Don't miss
The
me
moment
too
here.
much.
If they win this round, this is a guaranteed. The round after. If they win the round afterwards, then this one could be really huge. Could have a scattered economy, I believe, coming in from GGEZ. Not fully sure of exactly what they're buying and what the strategy is with the money. You're Trinity with a sheriff, but usually in this round you would have a vandal as well.
DUPG, now just waiting back. Again, a bit more, rather for the first or one of the few times to play a bit more patiently. But Rollins, his patience has run thin. He peeks into Trinity, wins out the gunfight. Unsurprisingly, of course, the Outlaw over the Sheriff. You don't bring the ladder into a gunfight. But now the A push is taking its sweet and precious time. They're just waiting to get a utility propped up. find the moment. Neon forward, A-Star. We also have the Rolling Thunder joined in combination. But again, it's going to be the Bucky from Lightning to put one down. It's just the initiation just for a moment, and the teleport read well by Coles. He's able to head tap Flame. Goes in for a second, not going to connect first dot. Now foul challenge from Swamp and Lawrence takes you down. As DUPG are just taking this hand by hand, and there's not much that they can be done to stop them unless to see. It's finally playing a game. One more it's done.
Defenders win.
Will be taking map
would all
number
work out.
one. And what
It
are
always
they
does.
feeding these players?
That was savagery from DC. I think they just didn't have a sense of urgency when they saw that coming. My
Last
goodness,
player
man.
standing.
Look at this 3K from DC.
One
It is
enemy remaining.
so
Spike
fast.
down A.
And he is so confident into that peak as well against the Outlaw from Rollins. I don't know what else you could really ask for here from the Killjoy. 1v3
Last
the trap
player
against
standing.
Vandals and an Outlaw and winning it just like that. Catching
One
off
enemy
guard.
remaining.
Excellently
Spike
done.
down
And what a
A.
way for GGEZ to clutch out the round win, the map win with that too.
Thirty seconds left.
We stopped.
Last player standing.
And the highlight of this match, certainly the way to end it off too.
One enemy remaining.
We are
Spike down
looking
A.
at this replay multiple times by how clean it is, although still extremely shell-shocking. In the end, it has to feel bad that DUPG were on for a bit of a streak, but it's momentarily, or at least for map number one, stopped and put to a halt by a single player, putting 3 of yours into the grave, and all he needed was 3 bullets. Keep that in mind. As now Haven is done, right? We have ourselves a 13-6 finish. GGEZ are already starting to climb towards that series point, but maybe Bind could be the map that DUPG start proving themselves on a bit more.
Yeah, we'll have to hope so. Bind being another option, DUPG prioritizing that pick, I believe. So that being an important note, we need to hope that it can change the composition. Clearly, the Neon matchup was not in their favor. Lightning just being absolutely perfection on this majority engage, being by far the strongest player, not only in this map, but also just in the first half was disgustingly volatile going into this, and it made things look impossible for DUPG. You had a couple of shining moments, notably from A-Star, who for the most part was the main player that kept them alive in this later game. But with that, how much can you really do when you're against such an incredible caliber of players here? You've got players like DC and Lightning who have been really, really strong with Trinity, RVK, and Collie respectively. All 3 of them have had their moments to shine in this map. Whereas for DUPG, it's been a bit of a whimper. The only real moments that we saw being significant were those occasional multi-kills coming in from A-Star and D1 Rollins. It makes things a little uncertain for the series and whether or not DUPG will be able to match the caliber of GGEZ. But I hope that Bind is going to be one of those maps where we change, because we're going to be going into stats really soon. And the numbers will not be that much better for DUPG's case.
No, certainly not. And we head into a map like Bind, right? I don't think that DUPG should be allowing GGEZ to get away with such a beginning. But hey, we're going to leave that for the future. Right now, on the still current timeline, let's take a look at the stats between both these teams when it comes down to first kills. You're so-and-so. And yeah, 13-4. I do believe it's 13-6. Or am I going crazy? Is it too early?
13-4.
13-4? Okay, I am.
I get it, though. I get it, though. You feel like with the streak, it should have been. But no.
Honestly, it's all DC. It's all DC, just making me absolutely scramble my brain out. But 9 first kills for GGEZ, 8 followed by DUPG. When it comes down to the post plans, yeah, I don't think DUPG really had many post plans to get themselves the opportunity to win them out. But however, GGEZ clutches. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, I think this is just self-explanatory where it really does not feel like it's been 11 clutches.
It feels like it's been just 11. It's just been wins, like normal wins.
Are these accurate? I'm not sure if we've had 11 clutches. That's a bit crazy. That would mean DUPG are the most colossal chokers we've ever seen.
Yeah, that would not look good on the resume going into anything forward.
I think I'd rather 11 round stomps than 11 clutches lost. That would be messed up. But yeah, I think the unanimous MVP of this series has to go to Lightning. I mean, it's clear as day how much of a ridiculous force he was on the attack side. Seems like we're not fully able to get stats up from match summary, so sorry about that. But I can tell you now, I can take a look at the information for you here. You got Lightning at 19-8 this series, which was just ridiculous. I mean, a 2KD and being, what was it, 15-0 or something like that, 13-0 at the
Yeah.
beginning, 309 ACS. You had A-Star who was really trying to bring it back. This ACS gap is so small, and I don't know how that happens when one has a 2KD and the other one is bordering neutral. How does ACS work like that?
I don't know how the math is mathing out right now. What I do know is that we're also taking a look at A-Star, who got 6 of the opening kills, and DUPG, even though there's a 9-round difference in the final score, A-Star did phenomenally. 2 kills behind Lightning, who again was just out of bounds. I just wish the rest of DUPG could have followed along in a similar path, such as, you know, drops from 17 kills to the second player only having 9, 8, 7, and then 4 for Flamey. In the end, GGEZ were just a bit more consistent throughout their players. If you had 5 A-Stars, maybe the result could have been different. But hey, maybe, again, just give these players some warm-up. You know, me and Sheba, before we went to this cast, we were half dead and 1 foot in the grave. So we also need some time.
is hoping that this series will get a little bit more exciting here with the MVP being confirmed to be Lightning. You have to hope that Bind will be a change. If we're looking compositionally, I mean, it's clear as day that you would have Lightning be one of the lead players, maybe on that, most likely to be on that Raze next map, if not on the Chamber, if he's feeling extra flexy. Maybe even running Neon again. We'll have to wait and see. His name is Lightning. Who knows? Maybe the guy just wants to play Neon more. We'll have to wait and see going into Bind. I think Bind has a lot more options for variation of composition. I think it's one of those maps that with the new changes has opened up quite a bit of options for a lot of teams. I think Veto is another agent that's been a good option on the Bind. I have to wait and see. I know Sky is, although usually still the best agent, maybe looking to be even better than before. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for Bind. With this being the pick from DUPG, you're going to have to really hope that this time things will change and we'll see a shift in momentum, because it really does look like GGEZ are just a different caliber of team so far. They really are just a different breed.
Yeah, 100%. But maybe Bind's going to be a different story. That's kind of what we're crossing our fingers for if we want this grand final to go all the way to Pearl, which definitely would be an exciting map for these two teams, I imagine. But don't let Haven bother us too much. For now, it's 1 point. It's a best of 5. There's still a long way to go. And before we head into Bind itself, we're going to be cutting it just to a short break. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Last player standing. Be right back. Last player standing.
I know exactly where.
Spike down B. 1 enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down C.
I need a concealment. Useless individual.
1 enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing.
I am the hunter! I know exactly where you are.
Too slow. Gun here.
I know it's a game, I'm not gonna play, but maybe you should do it. You need to erase me.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless.
You should do it. You need to erase me.
Flash out!
One enemy remaining. Spike.
I know exactly where you
Stealing sight.
Spike down. B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Is ready.
Try again. One enemy remaining. Remove. There, take them! One enemy remaining. Where are you?
Stealing sight.
Spike down. B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Is ready.
Defenders win.
Nothing to declare.
You need to erase me, baby.
One enemy remaining. Spike down. B. Slow down. There, take them.
Cover going out. No.
This way.
Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Deficient. One enemy remaining. That's three.
neutralized.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Last player standing.
One down.
Last player standing. planted. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Cover going out.
Spike down mid.
Flash out!
One enemy remaining.
Gotta go. Shock it. Good cut. Face your fear.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
Enemy down.
One enemy remaining.
Bring them down. We're attacking them. Shock it.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Recon.
Gun here. Gone. Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling. Dead. Trevor!
One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
Last player standing. Switching sides. One enemy remaining.
Don't stress. I'm super quiet. Throwing net.
spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Recon.
One enemy remaining.
Now 4. My ult is ready.
Last player standing. Be right back. We'll fight it. Last player standing.
know exactly where.
Spike down, B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down, C.
Oh, Puffer, microphone, Puffer, microphone, Puffer.
No, no, no, not again. I was muted.
The back to
It's
back.
too early. It's
The back to back muted in video champion.
I've
you're
got to be
good.
the best at something, you know. But you know what? We're going into bind. It's map number 2. For those of you that were not here earlier, Haven 13-4, GGEZ, quite dominant. It's still me, Puffa Bob, the champion of muting myself before going into broadcast. And Sheba, how are we doing?
I don't know if I'm doing that much better, but well, at
Yeah.
least I'm on that tough. Okay, I mean, listen, GGEZ there. I don't really know how much we can really talk about this Haven aside from the fact that it's just been a savage stomp from GGEZ so far. I think Bind, from what I know, this is already looking to be a shockingly different map in terms of compositions, right? We're going to be seeing players switching roles. We're going to be seeing carries switch to controllers. I don't know if I'm ready for it, man. It's going to be a very, very different type of map that we're going to be seeing here. So I'm curious if we see veto. I want to see veto and maybe deadlock. I think that'll be really fun if we see a double Cincy. Aside from that, it's probably going to be the box standard. It's either going to be double controller or it's going to be solo controller Brimstone with Sky, Fade, Raze almost definitely being a duelist on that one. We could maybe see Wayla second duelist or maybe even Yoru if people want to make it the Yoru. But we'll have to wait and see as we get into Agent Select.
Yeah, let's see. I would honestly love an ISO here, but hey, I guess that's just personal preference about as much as Harbor is. And we're taking a look at him. We're going to see a double duelist on both these sides. Actually, no, whoa, what are we looking at? We're looking at double duelist, double smoker, and 1 initiator. So no sentinel going into bind. We do have about just the same. Is this a mirror matchup? Am I crazy?
There is no way this is how it is, right? Are we for real? Is this
No,
accurate?
we need
Can I get production to confirm this to me?
I think I'm actually schizo right now.
Are we seeing double? That's
It
real.
is? What?
Who are the? I don't even know, bro.
All right, we.
Buffo, help me.
Oh god.
So we're seeing both teams running double controller Viper Brim and double duelist Raze Yoru.
And the Fade, you know, you might as well just
Sky.
No Sky. You might as well just go 3 duelists at that point. Why are you guys like budgeting out on duelists? There's clearly not enough. But
I mean, like, I would have. I don't know. I don't understand why they pick one double comp, bro. You can't do both and succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sky's
but
flashes are so ridiculously good, and I guess Yoru has some perks, has some good things. I'm just really surprised this is a double mirror comp when it's such a strange comp to me.
yeah, you know the thing is, right? You say that if one of these teams do it, there's no way they succeed. But what if both the teams do it? That makes for an exciting matchup here because honestly, we're running not only double duelist and double controller on one team, but it's mirrored onto the other with the exact same picks. So this is going to be quite chaotic. We thought Haven was an interesting way to kick off the grand final, but I guess we get proven wrong each and every single time as we're going again. We're just going to wait for Bind to load up slowly. And I guess, is there much to talk about? Again, you do have your casual Brimstone Viper. That's not too much of a surprise. Then the Fades.
Yeah, not really. I think I'm surprised that neither of these teams popped the Sky. I think Sky is such an instrumentally strong character on this map because you have information buff with with the flash. When you get a blind on somebody, be it a full blind or a half blind from them turning the flash, you will still get information of that. And that gives you so much ability to have better control over mid, over long, over showers. It is so much pressure just like that from that info alone. So the fact that neither team picked Sky is insane to me. You know, the Fade is a solid agent. Yoru and Raze are two solid agents, but double control of Brimstone Viper seems too much map control. We might be seeing an Onipixel Valorant moment or a casual Valorant moment where he's literally just watching views will be thrown around with 3 walls and 10 flashes and 1 billion smokes, you know, and 3 ultimates at the same time. This could be like a really this is a very lurk heavy match, I think, because we're going to be seeing rifle walls placed up for lurks that block vision. We're going to be seeing brim smokes all over the place. We're going to be seeing Yoru lurking around and then TPing off of a pick. Like, it's really strange.
Yeah, and at the same time, we're having players like Lightning go onto a Viper, not even setting them on the duelist that they were so gracefully rocking earlier. And then also, I do believe Kali, who was playing the Smoker, the Omen earlier, is now all of a sudden on the initial. I'm not even sure what's happening. It's all scrambled around. So we're just going to have to figure and find our path as we go along. In general, though, again, as much as you talk about the Sky, honestly, I'm with the Fade. I like the Prowler. Good for clearing corners. Maybe not as good as the Flash. And again, comms are great to be had. But honestly, when it comes down to these ult battles, like you said, it's going to get quite chaotic. It's going to be difficult to discern what and who and where and what is in general happening. But, you know, we're just going to have to cross our fingers and see how it goes. As of current, though, again, the one thing that is a bit threatening to DUPG is if they do end up losing Bind, we're going to be up against a series point.
Yeah, that's the big hope here for DUPG, is for them to take this and get the win for this, because the stakes are going to be quite high with this one. We've got a lot of final boss on the Raze as well, different from his role earlier. A lot of roles being switched around here, with our final boss already having a crazy start here with the Sheriff and A-Star joining in too.
Spike down.
This is a very different DUPG that we're looking at here.
Maybe they finally woken up, but Lightning is back at his shenanigans once more as he takes out 2 players off the competition. But he's now not only going to need to repeat that, but goes for the TP. Tries to get some of these plays. Prowler is following him quickly, and Roland's right back to that initiative as we have ourselves a 1-0.
Spike down.
Good beginning here from DUPG compared to the Haven we saw earlier.
Better start than what we saw last time. You know, already getting this on the point of the board is great. Lightning looking to be this continuous threat here, but the wall seemed to have backfired slightly from what I noticed. The P coming in was well positioned there for A-Star to counteract alongside Bad Love on the Raze. And double duelists backing each other together on this side lamps area is going to help them a lot here, and that's going to give GGEZ a bit of a precarious situation, which may even lead to a strong attack again going into this. Maybe this time with a bit more stacked on the bodies and a bit more stacked on Yuto. You can see the C's nade combo is going to be thrown out, and it will force the final boss to be a little bit further back. Lightning with an opening pick that onto the Yoru is going to make things a bit precarious here, as space is getting really quickly claimed here from GGEZ. Flame desperate to find something, and he can't do it. The final boss panicking on the spray, but he lives! He lives that! Cannot believe what I just witnessed.
And not only, I mean, they live, but the rest of the team is able to wipe out the enemies as well. Right now, RBK is able to pick up a classic right-click onto final boss, but now it's all left down to the only Lightning. He's been a hero for this team before. He has the Outlaw. 50 sticking it through. Not going for the full commit like now. Trying to challenge. Not a single shot hit by either of these players. It's a ring around the Rosie, and Lightning will finish the job. GGEZ are back in it, but just by a thin line.
What just happened? What was that round, man? Oh my goodness. I could say a lot of things in this round, Puffbo. I could like put on my nerd glasses and my fedora or whatever hat Sideshow would wear to cover his lovely head. And nerd out like crazy. Let's First of all, Lightning getting a pick off screen was huge, and then the 4-man engage was working out. They had Sheriffs, yeah, you had someone playing close in the smoke with Sheriff. You had nobody taking account for Lamps and still losing to I don't know how the Rays lived. I don't know. They're going with A again. It's already going back to A. This time GGEZ with better guns, and this time Flamey gets a pick onto Lightning.
I mean, an Odin as well from Coley to make its showing for the first time in these two maps. That's a bit of nuance. What is Final Boss going to do when he realizes he's down 50 bullets in space? Coley with another. There's a shorty from DC to take out Max. And the Classic is looking to do as most damage as possible, but Trinity stops it then and there. And just as a little FYI for anyone listening, I'm right now on the ground. I have returned back to Mother Nature. This match, what is going on?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here, Puffer. You're like, you have a headset. You devious man. I have a microphone here. I can't move from my spot.
You're bound to your.
I'm bound to
your
the desk. Yeah, but
I'll cut cutting.
yeah, it seems like you know, something else that was a crazy fact here. RBK changed his crosshair to a normal one, and Colley's gone to the nerd glasses.
This is a dream. We still haven't woken up yet. We're sharing a dream right now, Shiva, and they're just charging it on.
Trinity. Okay.
What? That's two. Even though the clone goes out, the flash is there, right? It's still going to be A-Star coming out with one, but it matters not as your man count is riddled by just that one deficit. Panthers going down, and it seems like DC won't stop there. Pushing forward deep into side, able to secure another, trying to play against Maxens. Will they walk away unscathed? No, rather damaged and killed. Max picks up another, but the Odin from Coley will be persistent, all around Lambs. As the final two players attempting to find the initiation, but it's just not being given to them.
Yeah, you've got Coley on this Odin.
Last player
Who's
standing.
been very, very annoying and threatening to this WG team, and you've got D1 rolling now alone. One on pick with the strongest players here on this roster, but this time choosing to choose his battles wisely and not committing to that fight and saving that Vandal.
Here we go. GGEZ picking up the pace on the round count once more. And even though their first wasn't there, right? We did see quite a good, solid pistol here coming in from DUPG. GGEZ, they took that as a bit of a challenge. They said, you know what, how good can we convert this one round? Well, they've already done it 3 times. And not only is the eco starting to get a bit roughened up for DUPG, I mean, GGEZ, they're just walking away with guns each one of these rounds. They're just getting richer. The rich get richer, basically.
Yeah, it's gonna be another snowball effect here from GGEZ. Odin in the hands again of Coley. Has he twisted himself to hold up? I don't remember him having that last time. But hey, look, regardless of that, you've got some hope coming in from DUPG. They're managing to get a few opening picks here. The final boss getting his 1 or 2 with the Sheriff, and looks like they're going to be winning us 2 to try and take a 2v2 with formerly inferior weaponry, now different. DC. Oh, come on, man. What is this? I don't know how Max. They've left.
They don't even have the spike.
They've left the spike in cavern. They're trying to get them by kills alone. They're not getting the spike.
DC's on it. DC's on it.
DC's on the case now.
Thankfully. Someone's, set aside on a bit of a side quest here to pick up the spike, go for a rotation on towards B, while though, I mean, yeah, the TP is going to be there quite quick upon it in general, or rather through spawn side. Yeah, I'm just smoking right now. We have a 2v1, and even though GGEZ, they might not have as much of an advantage, and it's still very possible for the Rays of DUPG to come out on top. Again, the situations are just made so much more dire by GGEZ trying to play the game a bit differently by guns alone. Final Boss does rock that showstopper, however, so it still is very possible, but the question is, are they willing to invest it?
GGEZ, very simple. And no, the attempt there going to be snuffed out very quickly.
This wouldn't be fun. I'm happy.
4-1 to GGEZ. They got more money coming in, very close to the showstopper. I wonder what other ultimates are going to be seen at the disposal. You've got 3 coming in here from DUPG, and you also have the Viper's Pit from Lightning. Oh, this is scary here. You've got 3 members here of GGEZ 2 with 1 orb left and then 1 with 2 orbs left. It's a scary deal here. RBK is going to be able to grab that 1 orb and have that Nightfall available. It's going to make things so difficult for them. And to get into the engage, it's a 5-man rush down from GGEZ as Lightning takes down A-Star early. Timo Rollins is booked in on Rock in a hard place here. Max trying to do something alongside Bad Love, and he will get 1, but it's traded off by Collie. Timo Rollins is in such a difficult situation
Spike
here.
planted.
Yeah. Staring down into the Viper's pit. You do catch a sight of DC here, who is just a bit out of the bounds of the ultimates. The rest of the team now could be victimized by the showstopper. Again, gotta hit its mark though. Trying to seek out anyone inside the Viper's pit, but it's just being played against you as at this point you're fighting ghosts. They're just outside of it. There's nothing you can do. They're just throwing util.
He sees visions. He sees visions. He's gone out and run out, and he's got his one though.
That's something, but look at them. They're just dumping utility on the spike. There's going to be no defuse because it's clearly impossible.
No time. There's no time.
Well played. Honestly, I respect GGEZ. They didn't. You know the meme where it's like a monkey and a lion just outsmarting them? They don't need to take any gunfights. They can just dump utility.
I don't know why I found it so funny. When he said he was seeing ghosts, he was firing out. Poor Bad Love, man. He was trying so bad to clear the space, but he just was not wary of GGEZ. Really just playing the most simple post-plant imaginable. Having lineups going into it. I mean, look at this aggression here. Look, they didn't know what to do. They just decided to give up on it because they couldn't deal with the post-plant util. And it's going to be another deal where GGEZ just go full guns blazing onto the B side from long.
Yeah. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's what they usually say, and D. Rollins is having none of it. Thankfully, it's up with that Viper util, but again, it won't be enough. You're just choked out by this this Brimstone smoke, so you're gonna have to back up. Hope that no one pushes forward, but the Odin here can just spray right on through. You get the reload, and no one's gonna be there to punish you while at it because DC and Lightning are the ones clearing up things. 2 players gone, and there's not gonna be much of an entry. They're just getting shut down at each step they make, and it's only 1 left standing. Can the Euro with a judge do damage? Yes, good for 1, but you flash through. You get yourself that second. The DC stops it right before it gets even more catastrophical. 6-1 here, and I hate to say it, but it's been a while since we've seen a DUPG win.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know what to do with say about that. It really does just feel like GGEZ are mopping the floor. It really does feel like they're playing with their food because they know they're going to win the series. It just doesn't feel this. It doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like a grand final to me. I don't know who would, you know, teams like there are other teams here that would have been from this place so far, unless something seriously changes, like this one from A-Star, which I have to say is a promising pick there. Trinity taken down mid-air, hitting all 3 of those shots is impressive. So that's 1 plus from DUPG that you can give. You've still got 4 other members of easy to deal with extreme spear weapon, with a Collie who is mopping the floor with you on this Odin. And it's not going to help much with DC coming into. Flamey will get Lightning on the Sheriff through showers, and it looks like DC is caught between a rock and a hard place. Caught off by Max. It's a 1v2. Collie on this Odin, messing around. Maybe not anymore, as he's going to be forced to commit to a 1 versus 2. Out comes Orbital Strike here. I cannot believe that was popped so early there. And that has given Collie almost the easiest, freest real estate plant coming in onto the B site.
Spike planted.
But out comes the 4-man engage. 2 members engage coming in with the Odin. No way. Flamey will finish the job.
Yeah, for a moment there, you know, gotta respect Max. He took a bullet for Flamey, so of course the teammate can then continue on the legacy of hopefully winning that second round, and so it has been done. DUPG just, again, by 1 player, a very thin line. They're able to grasp that round, and the beginning as well, quite good. We saw A-Star with that opening Sheriff again, like you mentioned, and in general, that's what kind of led them to be a bit more positive going into this round. But in general, I mean, we're taking a look at it, 6-2 right now. We have 10 kills on DC, who has definitely been an outstanding player. Lightning still continuing on from the previous map, so hasn't been stopped just yet, but we're now 1 ult, 3 ults on the side of DUPG, so they should be able to start converting these rounds, and I think it starts now.
He's hoping to finish now.
Yeah.
PUBG eager to change the fates that GGEZ are seemingly trying to shoehorn into them. As they start being one of the main people to have to find it. One of the very strong Yoru players who have this tournament. Really strong in his previous matchups, but his teammates unable to save him when it matters the most here. D1 Rollins looking to take the cape for himself, but Collie doesn't believe in superheroes. He's going to take him down swiftly with the Odin through lamps, and that's going to be a 4 versus 2 with just not enough time and resources here for DUPG to do something about it. A-Star desperate with this ult, but he is decapitated by RVK, who put on the right crosshair this time.
Goodbye.
Surgical enough to take him down. Collie is just playing ranked against silvers, it feels like. You've even got Trinity on that Odin.
No charges.
You can just tell from this alone that GGEZ are not... They know they're winning this. I don't know what to say. This feels like it's so one-sided to me. They're just running in, throwing away money because they know they've won. They don't care. They're laughing. This is, I don't know how to feel about this. This feels like this is a grand finals, Popo. This is a grand finals for a tournament that qualifies you to a massive event.
Yes.
In comparison to this, this gives you money, like good money, and they're laughing like it's a show match against like golds. This looks like an exhibition match, like an experimental thing. 5 of the best players in India against, an average Ditto Skull golds video. I don't know. I'm trying to make a comparison here. But the thing is, DUPG aren't even that bad of a team. That's the problem. Like, they're not really that bad players. You've got Radiance and Immortal players on this team, but GGs are just that much different, and they have the confidence to prove it too. Oh, Rollins. At least A-Star will get the trade, but DC off the Dimensional Drift will take down Max, and that's the site claim.
Site claimed. We've heard it many times, and I tell us all this time. Pretty able to clean up Ace, and one of the players here quite nicely upwards. Hooka just, again, stuck away from his teammate Flamey, trying to make the most of it. The smoke there will deny you, but you're able to find that shot. A second as well, DC falls, but Coley now setting it down to ground zero. 2v1 still carries that Odin from round number 2 or 3, was it? And is gonna continue carrying it on his shoulders like this. Match 8-2 right now, and at this point, it's best put as GGEZ are testing out crosshairs for that big matchup that we're gonna have in the Breakpoint series later on in this year, I do believe in December. In general, though, again, 8-2. Yeah, like you said, I mean, this isn't. We can't necessarily compare. We can't compare this as if it was a T1 versus a T1 team. It's just GGEZ. There's a bit of difference. They're clearly showing that they've been playing together for a lot longer of a time. They have more experience. They're more versatile together. And in general, there's not much DUPG can do about it unless they adapt to become a team of a new level. In seconds, the result is bound to be the same. A-Star, what are you thinking? Do we get away with this? No, just gonna gate crash out of there.
It was a little too slow. I think he wanted to try and isolate Mike. He was in a position where he can just have someone do it for him. But that doesn't change the audacity that Trinity has. I mean, he just grabs in, goes into tube, and gets to kill the Sheriff. Max with the second on to the Yoru will make things a little more precarious here for GGEZ. Trinity will get the trade, takes down the hot streak of Max, and he's looking to make a hot streak of his own. He's got his third. Collie will unfortunately be the thief of his 4K. As Collie will get both. It's a 9th round for GGEZ. I am seeing deja vu.
Last round in the half.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. DUPG
oh, yeah, true. This is map 1, right? This is map 1.
This is map 1, guys. Wake up. Come on.
Yeah,
Haven did not happen.
Maybe DUPG, maybe DUPG didn't got screwed over by Google scheduling too. Maybe they also got colossally screwed over by Google telling them that their match was 3 hours later than it actually was meant to be. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what that was related to. My bad. Anyway, this is 9-2 for GGEZ. And with the I have no clue how they're going to be able to handle this because DC has been on a huge and Trinity is B-hopping. He's putting on his oh my, I don't even know. He's putting on his CSV hopper cosplay.
One enemy remaining.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
He's also putting on a big rocket launcher to shove it to Roland's face. The showstopper is finding another.
Oh, Coley,
no, Coley, don't do it like that. He's off and away slow. What's the cross here? Max gets lightning. Tarnation is going
Spike
on?
planted.
I mean, right now, we just
One
saw so
enemy
much
remaining.
shock and awe. Even in the beginning, there was just absolute desperation. The Euro player, I think it was a base start. He went in with one shot on Prowler in the junk, reloaded the gun, gate crashed. The rest of the team charged on this, up being popping blades, and Max being played around like a fiddle by Kali, who does not get away with his life, but gets away with us seeing that ridiculous crosshair. When did he change it?
God knows. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't
Anyone feeling
understand how a
generous?
team can make a team of immortal Radiant players
Let's make him
look
dance.
like diamonds. I don't know how they do it. GGEZ are toying with their food in the most obvious way possible. Yeah. Out comes the CZ combo. You got D1 Rollins, you get as well. It's pistol round time. I mean, 10-2. It's, you know what's crazy? I was about to say better than 9-3. It's not better than 9-3.
It's not.
It's not better than 9-3.
Sadly,
Please,
sadly
DUPG.
not.
Please show me
93,
something.
At a 9, not again. This is making my eyes hurt, but thankfully Max is able to take that off our screens, as our VK is still going to rely on that smoke. 8 HP, a body shot more than enough, but DC still attempting to make the most of it. Finds final boss, that's Bad Love gone. Plant looking to make it smart, but Flame being set aside as just a suggestion. Lightning jumping in to join along the trend of decimation, and a 2v2 all of a sudden set in stone, and DC still looking to make this quad come
player
to
standing.
fruition, but is shut down by a backstab from Rollins. Now
It's
left
Lightning,
on to
though.
Lightning. It is Lightning though. You can always count on Lightning, but
One enemy
Lightning
remaining.
Oh,
only
no,
strikes
no, no, no,
once.
no, no, no, no,
Only
no, no,
once,
no.
right? There's
Don't
no
do
way
that.
Lightning strikes twice. That's how the day goes. It's shut down and he gets the shots. GGEZ confirmed 11-2, and oh my.
Oh no! DUPG! You
Clutch.
can't lose those! You have the easiest cross of your life!
One enemy remaining.
Oh dear, oh dear. I get it, man. Lightning's a great player. Let's not make it look like they choked as a bad player. Lightning's probably the strongest player in this tournament. If he's not one of the strongest, and if he's not, don't know how, but he definitely is. And but even then, you have a cross where his back is turned to one of you at the very least. You need to time the double swing. This is common practice at this level. Lightning is laughing, cackling like a Disney villain at how bad of a fumble that was. Look at these crosshairs! I can't believe this! This is a grand final! And GGEZ are making it look like a group stage stomp.
Max finds Trinity amongst the chaos. RBK is back on his Minecraft game, needs to beat the Ender Dragon, and definitely on a good run for it. But Rollins will take him out with a potion of harm as
Yes, the right,
RBK
yeah.
falls. Lightning coming a bit late into the party, but it's back
Spike
down
planted.
to DC and Lightning, Shiba. Do you think they're going to make it happen again?
If this happens again, you know, what should I do? What should I do? I need to like.
Do a handstand. Oh, no.
I'm gonna eat my controller if
Okay,
I'm doing this.
quote that, ladies and gentlemen. Lightning is minus one. DC, the
Oh,
flank
come
goes
on,
in his favor as he spots Roland. A second peek, they're trying to play the same
This
game.
can't
The
happen.
game
This
is time.
can't.
The pistol of Lightning
Please.
finds another.
Please.
Start both, and so does Flamey. The harbinger of death. Lightning, no one stops him. And 12-2 will be locked down.
Oh.
Shiba controller time. It's. He's eating it. I can confirm he's eating his controller. He's munching on it. Shiba has finally.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no!
I've never done this in my entire career.
This is how loop. I'm losing the ability to speak. This is not how casting should go. It's our job to speak. Oh, all right.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm actually having fun, so I can't complain.
Right here.
Yeah, same, but my brain's going numb. 12-2,
Oh,
match point. GGEZ. Oh my, that's a stacked opponent. That What's the? That's 3 players backed up with an Odin, and they're getting away with a kill. That's Battle of Falling. Although they're looking to approach showers, but RVK's holding them. Coley expects the left swing, and A-Star will be joining. Now they're just chasing him. They do not care. They're following him. They're hunting. They're praying. Flamey's able to pick one off, but it's that standalone
Last
player
player
that falls
standing.
second for Trinity.
Oh,
he
he
walks
walked
into the fight. Coley, a death trigger set up by him, and Roland's coming in for the flank, picks up the spike, but where's the movement? You get spotted out with the Odin, you know Lightning's gonna be feeling jacked for it.
We can't be doing this, guys. Oh my
Defenders
god. I can't believe what I've just watched, Papa. I can't believe what I've just watched.
Just breathe in, breathe out.
If you're DUPG, do you really like? Do you really want to keep playing this?
No, because DUPG are now gonna pull out
Defenders
the ace
win.
up their sleeve, and they're gonna do a reverse sweep. Okay, are you hearing me, Sheba? This is the vision. Okay, it's gonna be a reverse sweep, 13-0, 13-0, 13-0. They're gonna win the grand final, and then we're gonna wake up.
I have the narrative here, Buffer. I have the
Defenders
narrative.
win.
I have the narrative.
You have the script?
Ready?
I have the
Ready?
script.
Ready? Max is having issues. It looks like it might be over. He can't come back. There's only 4 members of DUPG around.
Yeah.
And suddenly, as the empty spot on the lobby is filled, you see it. Lightning's face turns into a massive frown. A frown almost seeming like dread, knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You see it. Faker has joined the lobby.
Faker, that's the wrong game.
Faker has joined the lobby,
What?
and DUPG are going to win. Are going to make. You know what's crazy? Someone else leaves. Another member has gone. A-Star can't make it.
No.
Jen Chovy enters the lobby,
What?
and he says, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." And then this is how DUPG will win. This is how DUPG will win, because I feel like at this point you need fairy tales to win this. You need lottery winning levels of luck and fairy tales to win this series, because GGEZ are on a different plane. I don't understand how this can be a grand finals matchup and make it look so dominant. I do not understand it. I really don't. I don't think I've seen a grand finals more one-sided. Last time I saw a grand finals this one-sided was in a different game, like 6 years ago.
Ooh, okay. So quite recent,
I could
to say the least.
I could make an OSU reference if I wanted to, but those who know, OWC 2019, that was a big one. But anyway, the wrong game, different game. But still, like, this is insane. I don't understand how this can happen. This looks like NRG in the grand finals against Fnatic if they didn't lose Pistol.
This looks like NRG versus any team if they didn't have legs and arms. But hey, we still have some match stats. Right now, it is GGEZ. I mean, there's no denying it. Look, as much as we want to sugarcoat DUPG here and say like, oh, they're going to do this. No, the score has been clearly, they have been matched up against an opponent of a different level. And again, this could be a great learning curve. DUPG could really take a look at the major mistakes they've been making and come back stronger. But as of the current moment, they are on the losing side. They are looking like this grand final will be a 3-0 flawless for GGEZ, with them literally making a joke, a jest. Even like, taking a look at the stats, right? Even though first kills might seem even, right? Every now and then, post plans 11-2, just because DUPG didn't have enough rounds to even get to double digits. They couldn't even surpass 2. They had 2 attacking rounds or something like it. No, they didn't have 2, but they didn't have enough to get past that too. And the ACS from teams, 239 compared to 182, a difference of 37. There we go. Quick math. In general, though, GGEZ, I mean, there's a clear winner here. And well, I imagine, as much as I don't want to frown upon it too much, I imagine Corrode might be going in a similar sense. And do these teams know what they're picking? Because I feel like GGEZ just mirror the comp of DUPG for the sakes of it.
I would love a lot if there was another mirror comp. I don't know if DUPG are gonna continue trying their best, and we have to like make it clear that, you know, respect to DUPG, because the fact that they're playing this through and still doing their best is always an admirable thing. But to see GGEZ pull up such a dismantling and very clearly toying with their food like a school child who knows that his parents will give him cake anyway is absolutely insane. I don't
Yeah.
know how a team can be so dominant against a team in a grand finals matchup when the players are actually good. Like, we've seen actually good players from some of these WG members, like A-Star and Rollins in particular are two of the main players that I look out for here. Love Final Boss somehow was the top in ACS, but was still doing decent as well. But this is just a savage dismantling. Another 2 KD from Lightning, back to back.
Yeah, Lightning
Back-to-back
is
2 KDs.
phenomenal. I mean,
He's
just
yeah.
out there. There's nothing. Again, there's nothing stopping him. You saw him on that Sheriff, what he did. He is out of bounds. This is a player that you just really have to watch out for. And again, look, GGEZ, we can't really make much of a comment. 330 ACS, absolutely phenomenal. Rest of the team also following. RVK maybe not pulling those numbers, but again, not like he had the opportunity to do so because Lightning is just stealing all the glory. I'll be honest. I like that DUPG are still trying. That is one thing that we, again, have to mention. DUPG are still putting in their efforts. They're still trying their best, testing their water, seeing how some of these rounds could be potentially won. And I respect that. You know, DUPG, you keep on trying. But as of current, GGEZ 13-2, and right now, Final Boss being the top. I don't know how ACS work. How did D. Rollins get that? And how is there a 25 ACS point difference between himself and Final Boss?
That should explain the difference here. Unfortunately, it just makes things a bit sad for DUPG. As much as they're trying really hard to get this done, GGEZ are quite literally just making a mockery of it. And it isn't a representation of DUPG being a poor team. It's a matter of GGEZ just simply being one of the best teams in Ascend. You have a collage of some of the best players in this region individually who aren't in that tier 1 or upper tier 2 echelon. And even then, you've got some terrifyingly good players like Lightning, who has not only been the strongest in this entire series, but is a player for VLT. When you see VLT in front of a name, you just know they are one of the best players in India. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. And with that, it effectively solidifies instantly them as that favorite for GGEZ when you see players like that on the roster. And it's not nearly as one-sided as before because I guess it's a second qualifier, so it's another opportunity for these teams to make it through into that big championship. But it's really clear that GGEZ are that outlier team that are looking to win the entire championship. I mean, I'd hope so, considering that they took down a team like Last Hope, who are kind of notorious for being a really strong team in this tournament, having won Ascend Community Cup in the past and looking to definitely do more with it. It should tell you a lot about how strong this team is, and definitely going to be one of the favorites. But I mean, we're saying it like the series is over. We have one more map to play, and can we really be hopeful on Corrode, especially when Corrode, although is a map that's very heavy on map control, is a lot more gunfight heavy than most of the other maps that we've seen? I don't know.
We're gonna have to be hopeful that we get to see Sunset or Pearl in the first place, and I imagine that DUPG are still somewhat hopeful. But again, results are in. Looking at statistics and numbers, being the nerds that we can be, it should be a match for GGEZ. This third one should be theirs to claim as well. Even not only have they been dominant on Haven, they continue that domination even stronger on Bind. So it's just been they've just been getting warmed up as these maps have gone on. And Corrode, I doubt it's going to be too much of an issue, being quite frank. I'm expecting, again, 13-4, 13-6 at best. But maybe DUPG prove us wrong. I hope they do. That is what I am kind of clenching my fists for. I hope they do prove us wrong, because, again, that would be quite setting up for an interesting match, a possible comeback. But Corrode is where they need to start, and it's their last opportunity. You know, the best of 5 offers a lot of second opportunities, those lifelines, but now DUPG are out of them. Yeah,
this is if there was any time for DUPG to really prove that they don't want to go out in a whimper, this would be the moment. I think it would be a little naive to suddenly think like, unironically, this is how DUPG can win. It really does just feel like it's a matter of DUPG rebuilding that confidence and trying to, the very least, not go out in a whimper in this grand final. If you're a betting man, it's really obvious you go GGEZ into this, but I think if there's one goal that DUPG have, if they want to try and at least not go out fully, build that confidence, and play like you've really got nothing to lose. That's the kind of mindset you need to go into when you have something like this, is that now that you kind of know the grand finals is really out of your hands in terms of final full result, ending it without a whimper, ending it in decent style, where you have some good players, where you really pose a challenge, you make GGEZ bloody try, for crying out loud. That will be the thing that you can really give extra credit here for DUPG. You know, you can say it's their own win. But we'll have to wait and see as we go into map number 3 in Corrode. We'll see you guys after the break. It won't be too long.
It's a game. I'm not gonna play. Just a game.
Last player standing.
Be right back. All my way.
Last player standing.
Coming through. Gotta go. Shocking. Here we go.
I know exactly where.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down C.
I need a concealment. Useless individual.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Neutralize.
Kill. Gotta go.
I know exactly where you are.
Too slow. Gun here.
I know it's a game. I'm not gonna play, but maybe you should do it.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike.
I know exactly where you
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Try again.
One enemy remaining.
Remove. There, take them.
One enemy remaining.
Where are you?
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Defenders win.
You need to erase me, baby.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Slow down. Mare, take them.
Cover going out.
This way.
Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Deficient. One enemy remaining. That's 3.
Neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Last player standing.
One down.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Slow down. Mare, take them. Blocking sight.
Last player standing. Thrifty.
Shadows traveling, blinding
One enemy remaining.
and dead.
Gotta go.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Cover going out.
Spike down mid.
Kill.
Flash out!
One enemy remaining.
Gotta go. Shock it. Like that. Face your fear.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
Enemy down.
One enemy remaining.
Bring them down. Catch them. Shock it.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Recon.
Gun here. Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling. Dead. Tremor!
One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
Last player standing. Switching sides. One enemy remaining.
Don't stress. I'm super quiet.
Throwing net.
spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Recon.
One enemy remaining.
Now 4. My ult is ready.
Last player standing. Be right back. Last player standing.
Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go. Gotta go.
I know exactly where.
Stealing sight.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down C.
I need a concealment. Useless individual.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Just a game. You think I'm gonna play? You need to erase me.
side.
Kill, gotta go!
I know exactly where you
Too slow. Gun here.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike.
I know exactly where you
Spike down. B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Try again. One enemy remaining.
There, take them!
One enemy remaining.
Where are you?
Spike down. B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Defenders win. One enemy remaining. Spike down. B.
Slow down! Mare, take them!
Cover going out.
This way!
Spike down. A.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the grand finals here of the Ascend Breakpoint Series second qualifier here. Papa, we've had a goofy run so far. It's been a bit of a crazy one, right?
Yeah.
Easy have been making this look like a smurfing game, but with the Corrode coming in, probably one of the better maps to be coming into this. Maybe some more potentially hype moments to be done for both sides, maybe. But what seems to be sure here is that it seems like there's one team that definitely seems to be the convincing winners. For DUPG, it's not been an easy run, has it? It's been, in fact, a bit of a brutal one.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough around the edges and, well, in its core in its entirety, because the scores, for anyone that has not been here up until now, has been Haven, map number 1, 13-4 for GGEZ, Bind 13-2, and like we said, now we're going on to map 3, which could be the potential last. We're hopeful that it doesn't end up being so, because considering this is a grand final, we want it to go for as long as we can, but let's waste no time heading into Corrode, and I'm taking a look at this. Okay, thankfully it's not a mirror comp. Thankfully there's no two double duelists and double controllers. We have a bit more balance this time around, Chiba.
Yeah, no, we are seeing some double duelists coming in here. Surprisingly, this is Solo Wele with Chamber from GGEZ.
I like
DC rocking it. Last time running the Yoru, so the compositional value is really interesting from GGEZ because you know that Lightning Fast is a player who's great on the Neon, but then coming in on this Viper to be almost equally as lethal, which is so crazy to see, like the different caliber of player he really can be in comparison to the rest of this game. But you've also got the Wele Chamber for his team, and on the other side, running the double duelist coming in from DUPG. I'm curious on the differentials going to be made here because Chamber, although it can be seen as a duelist, has those sentinel values, although not maybe as strong, is going to be good for some of those flank watch angles, but it's very much still going to be pretty controller heavy in terms of that dominant space taking ability that you want to have.
Yeah, when you take a look at the chamber, right, the one value I find off of it is going to be the B main hold. I have always loved the chamber. You put that headhunter in his hands, he can just hold a steady line. And again, anyone that's going to be walking into that cross line might be found very guilty and majorly dead. Again, we've seen that over here at GGEZ. They don't play games. They are good and confident in their gunfights. And I imagine putting a player onto decent guns is going to result in just better endings, as Lightning Fast is able to pick up Bad Love as an opener here. It's going to be just a quick start here, but hey, it's still not over. DUPG, one player down. Flame, and of course the Waylay supporters trying to double up, and the right click going to be finding Lightning Fast just as they were found, and it doesn't stop there. K-Star another off the board. They're fighting back. Trinity, however, is going to be looking to retake side. Coley and the Omen having a bit of a bout. They do go trade it out 2v2 in the end. Now Util a bit low. Paranoia sent towards pockets. Max separated from his teammate and getting pushed in his elbow and will not be able to take the gunfight.
I mean, it's just good usage from both of them to commit to the double swing there to take down that last member before Disease can really do anything about it. And I think it makes things a little difficult for him, because now he's going to be forced into a really precarious cross where they're going to be holding from both sides here. A lot of confidence in him not going through elbow or pocket. And so once the swing comes in from Disease, he's going to be effectively cooked. He may be able to guarantee himself his one, but there is no world he's going to get finished off here. Not even able to get the first. It's Trinity with his third will bring the pistol to GGEZ.
Yeah. A bit too much commitment here coming in from DUPG, right? At the start, they wanted to focus out Lightning Fast, which is not a bad initiative. Again, with how dominant the player has been, you do want to pick him off as soon as possible. And considering it's the Viper, which has been a thorn in the side of both these teams over towards Bind, not a bad situation, but in the end, you isolate the team. You isolate it into a 2v1, which we spotted out twice towards that end engagement here in GGEZ. They pick up the round, they get themselves the Outlaw onto DC as well. I imagine this mid-hold could be coming to fruition. As of current, though, it's going to be a bit more B-centered. They just fully charge it on in. There's not much going to be stopping them. Trinity's already on site, and it's completely left vacant.
Yeah, it's a failed gamble stack from DUPG, hoping that they take aggressive mid-control from the aggressive sidelines that they can take in that area. But it backfires a little bit, as it's now a 5v5 retake scenario where if I'm DUPG right now, I'm looking to try and make most of that spike death value, if anything. They're not really committing to any pushes. You can see one here going for those exit frags if they choose to commit to the fight or go back from that way. That is covered. Aside from that, it's 3 members here looking to try and fall to the spike with Bad Love on the Sheriff, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be allowing any members of DUPG to fall via the spike. They want all that money. They want them juicy ult orbs. A-Star is discovered, and so he will get his first onto Trinity. Lightning Fast likes to be on the chopping block, but he's the one with the knife. He's going to be finishing off with a 4K on him too. The Harbinger in this attack from GGEZ.
Yeah, Lightning Fast, 2 rounds, and there's already 5 kills on the tally for this Viper player. Definitely not wasting a moment to get himself back onto that MVP role once more. But 2 rounds here, even though I like the honorable fight. You know, who said chivalry is dead? Even at the end, GGEZ, they had better armory and guns along, but they still picked up the pistols to play an even battle against DUPG. As now heading into the 3rd round, we're coming in with a bonus. Also, Judge still passed down from the previous. And now Disease going to be holding B once more. Prowler set forward, making a bit of sound, but the rest of the team isn't as quick to follow. Still waiting a big back. Waylay just jumping on in, and that's going to be the Judge making its mark. But right now, DUPG are fighting back. They found 2-3 all of a sudden. That has all fallen apart. And GGEZ, they only have DC and Lightning Fast to rely on, who have made their roots deeply into this top mid.
Yeah, a good double kill from Bad Love. You notice that he gets his one off of the engage from the cubby area and then just spams through the smoke and gets another. That's a big, big pair of picks to grab. As Flame on this Odin is looking to rat out Lightning Fast, but Lightning Fast is has that name for a reason. Quick on the response and almost predicting that position. Really uncompromised.
I mean, there's no one contesting it. All 3 players were so focused in onto this B because that's where the initiation began, but that's where GGEZ, the 2 final players, took advantage of it. They nicely spread open this site. They got the plant down. Now time is ticking against DUPG as they have to make it an effort. We love the Chambers sending forward, trying to play around the outskirts of the site. Even setting back the TP now. Lightning has spotted out the Waylay. Shots won't connect, but a second time, that's when it happens. Lightning Fast, able to strike once more. Now a 2v2.
He's rotated too.
Oh,
They think he's still stuck in the corner.
He
So
has
it's going
the
to be
outlaw as
across,
well.
and it's gorgeous, man.
Beautiful.
Lightning Fuzz on the third again. This is another dominant win. This time they really are trying. I think Corrode, being a bit more of a volatile pressure mark of a map, they're way too built momentum before they maybe start acting a little goofy. Who knows? Maybe they won't be. Maybe this time they're going to be looking to make it a dominant full 13-0 to really put their foot firmly in the ground.
One enemy
Not
remaining.
like they haven't already, but I mean, how much more one-sided can it really get?
I wonder how long it's going to take us until we get back to the crosshairs. Up until now, it's been quite normal, so it's just a matter of time until we have the goggly eyes and, well, full screen-wide crosshairs. But right now, GGEZ, again, just fighting a lone battle on this B side. And what can you do in this situation? You're just completely outnumbered. Outgunned, and the shorty up from above. Oh, Coley finds two somehow with it.
No, Lightning Fuzz, please! No!
He has not gone spotted on
It's
top.
happening
He's
again!
not taking them out! And there's nothing that can stop the tyrant at his feet. 4-0. GGEZ wiping the one score.
They're having too much fun now. They've started having fun. Look at it. You had Coley just spam bad love like that.
Oh, play.
One
Oh
enemy
my
remaining.
god, and the knife, just the cherry on top here. You know, GGEZ, they've got a story behind them. These guys are a good band of friends, and you know, 4 of them made a run to Ascension, with their 5th being Lightning Fuzz himself. Having been on the team guided to Ascension that beat them and knocked them out for that chance to represent India in Ascension. Now playing together as friends and as brothers and mopping the floor with the competition. It's really, really fun to see them really make the most out of this and enjoy themselves, even if it's unfortunately at the expense of a DUPG starting hopeful now, almost being battered and bruised despite the names like Bad Love and Disease
One
coming in,
enemy remaining.
looking solid through and through. Trinity
Doing
just
a
makes
thing.
a bloody soul read for crying out loud and takes the
Spike
next down.
planted.
Max will finally get his first, but he's now the last man standing. Wants the loneliest number, and that makes 0 courtesy of DC.
The op passed into the hands of DC. 5th round, GGEZ, and yeah, that round, another phenomenal shriek. We went off towards a convergent path being thrown down B main, but as much as DUPG were expecting GGEZ to go for a 3rd times the charm into a B push, they read into them so well that they just ended up switching sides. It was a full A commit, and they got themselves free real estate. Although I do love the commitment for RVK, right? Stuck around, still threw a bit of utility to bait out the players to push forward into that B lobby side, and then just waited for them. Got 2 kills. Same goes for Trinity. Again, amazing performance, and not much that can be done by DUPG, as now we're starting off things a bit more heated, and it seems like DUPG are fighting back once more. But again, 3v5, we've seen this plenty of times, and GGEZ have come out of worse situations in the past. They're already looking to do that once more.
I mean, it's a good start for DUPG, but you can't really
No
ever
more
give up
dreams.
hope,
Yeah,
especially when
yeah.
RVK is looking precise like that. What a shot onto Disease. He's pretty of Max, but unable to finish the job.
One
As
enemy
you're
remaining.
looking at DC to try and close it out. A-Star on the Vandal will take down DC. It's just Coley alone here. Now comes the shadows being used. Smoke down as well, confirming the plant. It's a 1v2. Got a lot of information on where they'll fully be. The smoke blocking out that area, using that TP as well to snuff out the noises in case somebody is close. But Coley is not thinking about the potential of them being up from main. He really thinks they're going to be mid or heaven. Unzero from Flamey. He sticks it. And he's isolating them both. Wait, this could be a
enemy
big
remaining.
mistake made from Flamey, as it's Coley's turn to be the clutch master, but he won't land it. It's A-Star with the 3K. DUPG get their 1 at the very least.
They've been needed it. They've needed someone to step up to the task, and honestly, A-Star, very fitting role, deserving of it. And again, 3K there. Needed to secure out at least 1 round. It's the bare minimum for the beginning, but GGEZ are still far up ahead. 4 rounds to be exact, and yeah, in the very end, Coley, they're made it a bit of more difficult. Again, the eco will be roughened up with each step made by him. Thankfully, at least the result is yours. You still had plenty of time for that defuse, as now we go towards this next push, and it's looking like it's going to be mid-A once more. Again, GGEZ attempted this B side take, but it didn't work out for them after a while, so they're going to resort back to their roots.
Few eyes being warning shots being fired. That operator just giving a small haircut there for Max as he's going to back away. Operates in the hands of Bad Love, though. He's got that gate crash in, the TP's in. Surely he's in too compromised of a spot he is, and he leaves. But Flame stays, and he's in the scuba spot. A-Star looking for one, but he's caught off by RBK just before that Frack can really make the most of it. C takes down Max as well. Surely Bad Love doesn't commit to this, right? This is audacious from him. He's hit by the C's. They spot the orb? They don't! And Trinity will take down Disease. It's a bit of a whiff. It's a no-scope attempt there from Bad Love, but he won't land it. And so by the skin of his teeth, he'll survive. Lightning Fast, though, will be the one to deal the killing blow onto Flamey, and Bad Love as well to fall. 6 for GGEZ, a flawless round as well. It's difficult to really give any options for DUPG when you see what's going on here. I mean, you've got the strongest players in India on that side, with DUPG just really unable to keep up with the massive pace. Lightning Fast 11-2 in this match so far is absolutely insane. From taking down this core in Ascension and going on to have one of the most successful tier 2 runs India's ever had, being the main representative of that, you're now joining the brothers that you took down to dominate the rest. And they're having a blast with it too. You can tell from this whole series, and this one not being an exception. It's another highly aggressive play. Nightfall thrown out through mid to force them away from a retake on the opposite side so that GGEZ can just fully commit to the space taking here. DC is playing Call of Duty like he's got an intervention, and it's Disease and Flame looking to take down Trinity through mid.
Yeah, but that's going to be a bit more difficult, right? You try to set him out. He's able to back up into that looking granny that goes unchecked. Second one as well. Trinity takes the full out. Max trying to fight against him, but DC strikes once more. Roll is rather Disease is brought down as the last, and GGEZ are just making this such a difficult battle like they always have, right? And we're taking a look at a team like GGEZ as the possible winners, the grand finalists, I would imagine, of the entirety of the Ascend Breakpoint series, that being the championship later down the line of this year. I can definitely see them in there, and we're taking a look at phenomenal players, right? Top players of the region. Again, just combining together, such as Lightning Fast coming in to group up with these 4 he's faced before and beaten them. Now in combination, you know, they say 2 heads are better than 1, but 4 players plus the extra like Lightning Fast makes for an absolute dominant stream. There's not much that DUPG can do about it.
Bad Love, it's an audacious peak coming in. It feels dissociated, but
Flame down A.
Responds in kind at the very least. He gets his 3 spray transfer. Maybe the bait from Bad Love was what he was really hoping for there. He gets his 3, and the outcome to Convergent Paths to isolate him. Convergent Paths in response almost perfectly catches out Lightning Fast, and that is a second for DUPG.
Certainly an upgrade from the previous matches here, and again, the bait, they're trying to outsmart GGEZ. Again, I imagine GGEZ are extremely confident. Let's be honest, they know they're most probably going to be winning this map like they did the previous 2, so that's kind of what's gotten into their heads. I'll call it overzealousness or not, but it was really well executed there for you to just sneak into a little quarter that goes unchecked. Flame there, with 3 in an instant, and thankfully Lightning Fast shuts that down, but it just wasn't enough. Again, the damage was dealt, and all that they needed was the final 2 touches. Pieces were set in stone, and the round was finished.
Yeah, not much else to say here. Look, that they didn't overshoot when you saw the light speed coming through from Trinity. He's essentially baited out as that no contact sign is giving them a much better cue to fully engage, but the bait from Bad Love to fall early, you'd expect him to be alone on the site, and that was what gave the bait and switch such great value, and that gave them 3k. Granted, they didn't have to invest an extra ultimate just to seal the bag, but at the very least, it's a second round there in their hands.
The very least, right? There's still plenty to go around. We have 3 more into this half, and hey, maybe DUPG just might be able to claim them. Although we're seeing GGEZ go back to map number 2. We see an Odin on Coley, so God knows how that's going to be working out in this round. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Again, Corrode is such a paper-thin map that wall bangs are a possibility in each turn. And I imagine Coley recognizes that far better than anyone, carrying that Odin with a lot of confidence going into this round. We're taking a look at the kill feed right now, and again, the difference is just so astounding. Lightning Fast and Trinity have been on a bit of a race as to who can be on the top of the kill feed. Although ACS-wise, I imagine Lightning Fast should be just right around Trinity, even though considering there's less deaths. But take a look at these ults, right? 3 on the side of DUPG. They could get this round, but they need to play it right.
Yeah, it's a small pause coming in. I'm not entirely sure exactly why, but maybe one of our players having some issues with connection. Just waiting on that confirm. While we wait, though, we'll take a look at a few ultimates here that are in favor of DUPG right now. You've got Bad Love with the Dimensional Drift. You've got Disease with the Steel Garden. On the Shadows as well, from Flaming for extra good measure. Good Noah just staring into Lightning Fast's eyes here.
Those null eyes, an empty void, just waiting for the next opponent, right? Lightning Fast is a machine, or has been up until now.
Trinity's taking that spotlight though. He's managed to get more kills than him so far. Granted, he is Waylay, but
Yeah.
but the one on Viper's Lightning Fast. You gotta remember that, you know. Players in the region, hands
Spike
down.
down A.
But not really much
If
else
not
I
the
can
best.
say. If not, I mean, you have to really
Hey.
hope the guy gets signed. We're still looking into his eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at that.
hey, Lightning Fast. How's
Oh my
how's
god!
the
Oh my
weather up
god!
there?
Look at the reflection. You can see there's a reflection in there too. Damn, his eyes are beaming. Is he tearing up? Maybe is he feeling a bit emotional? Like,
I imagine.
okay?
I mean, he's had such a performance.
yeah, it's such a close and scary and stressful match. I can only imagine
It-
he needs
it
to
is.
Rip a ball or a little bit. You know, let those tears run through after such a difficult series so far. Am I right? Am I right, Buffer?
I mean, come on. I think the only reason he's tearing up is because his neon has been taken away. He's been put aside on the Viper. Like, really?
Yeah.
Let this man be on the duelist, for God's sake.
Get the guy on Neon again. Yeah. Neon actually wouldn't be too bad of an agent on this map. Although it's a
No.
little rarer currently, it's a lot more popular to run solo Waylay or double duelist Waylay Yoro on this map. You could run Neon if you really wanted to. You definitely could. It's not a bad off option. Doesn't change the fact that it may be a bit of an inferior option compared to the Raze maybe as well. It's a very tertiary option for this map, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still a good agent.
What's this? What are we looking at, by the way?
This
There
is-
has to be the map devs must have been on something when
I've
making
never seen this. I've never seen this before, actually. This is kind of amazing. I can't lie. Noah, you cooked. I can't believe you found this.
Look, big ups to Noah,
This
but
is
what's the
great.
meaning? There has to be a message, right?
I mean, there's the teddy bear crystal, there's the crystal god, and then there's the bears who also want to be crystals, I guess. I don't know.
Clearly the lore of Valorant. Teddy bears worshipping a big teddy bear. Honestly, get on it.
I've seen this story before. They're pulling out the Fast and Furious formula. Come on, guys, let's be a bit more creative. I need to see a bear civil war. That needs to be in the next map.
Ooh. Honestly, there's teddy bears and the plushies all around. Like each map, you think there's a lore? I'm gonna get onto that. You know what? After this, I'm gonna check out all the teddy bear locations. I'm getting the lore together.
Okay. That could be good content. That could be good content.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we're on to something. So, for information, the reason we're talking about teddy bears and, you know, stuff like that is because there is a player tech pause right now. There's some difficulties in the background. We're going to get that resolved in just a second. In the meanwhile, we can grace our vision once more with a beautiful
Spike
3K
down
flame
A.
that really turned things around. Again, DUPG, if they can get more plays like these, as much as I'm not really a supporter of hero plays, I love seeing them, but I don't think teams should rely on them. That might be something that DUPG can definitely work off of, but there's only a certain amount of times you can get away with plays such as GGEZ just stop, you know,
Spike down A.
stop giving too much of a crap of how long they want to have this match go on for.
Yeah. Low unsure of exactly what's going on here, so I'm just waiting for Prod to fully confirm everything. But I believe the tech issue, we're rolling back 5 phase or something along those lines. Not entirely sure, but it's quick pace changing coming in as Bad Luck will get his one, but takes a sexy far trade off opportunity really quickly. And Lightning Fast will take the reins of the operator, and who else but him to do so. You know, not only lightning fast in the core, but also lightning fast in the wrists very quickly.
İyi geceler.
Ooh, Max. Not playing any games either. Just trying to check. Some of these players playing aggressive have been the name of the game, but again, paper thin map. Kohli able to find one, now isolated. And again, one is the loneliest number of them all. Plant going down, and you can't do much about it besides try to fight a battle against lightning fast. And as the name indicates, you're shocked, you're taken out, disease falls. An 8-2. And again, still looking towards a possible double digit within this first half.
Papa, I saw Kohli Odin. It might be cooked.
It
It's
might be
another
over.
big teddy bear.
What is happening? Is this
Wait,
a
it's
war?
the squid. It's the squid. Wait,
Yes,
wait,
it's a squid. So
Oh
we
my
have a
god,
big
it is the
crystal
Silver
bear.
War. It's the crystal bear and the octopus.
It's chat. Are we onto something?
Chat, I think we're onto something.
This is groundbreaking here. No, I'm genuine. After this cast, I'm getting onto it. That's not even a joke anymore. I'm so curious.
Glad to know that you're awake enough to want to do that, Papa. But with the next round coming in, it's another first blood from Bad. This guy's been back-to-back getting first blood. He's not really able to keep himself alive after doing so. As lightning fast will quickly make work of him. That comes down to GGEZ. It's another 8-2. This looks like it might be another really dominant half. If Disease can't change the face, he's picked up the Vandal. Lightning fast will kill his teammate before he can, and the whiff almost backfires horribly. It's still a one-man show here for Disease. He gets one more. Is he going to save this, or is he going to commit? Surely you have to fight this. 1 versus 2. Down from RBK. He's still isolated. Look at this family 1v1. There's nothing left. He's going to save the operator.
I mean, it's the best choice. Honestly, there's not much within this time frame, certainly not. And also, you can carry over that Steel Garden, which definitely will be one to go for. RPK now scared away by the warning shot, and doesn't go. Yes, RPK pulled off the classic. Oh, Disease, you should not have fired that shot. Could have
Last round before the switch.
It could have been so much better, but the op is gone. That's bank. Just down the drain and pass back to GGEZ.
They won't even let the guy save an op, man. It's 9-2. Give them something. Oh my gosh.
What are they doing anyways? What's the point of these guys? Just
talking about the Bears? Talking about the Bears? I don't know. They're playing hopscotch. Let them play hopscotch, man. Did you play hopscotch when you were a kid?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, man. I love hopscotch.
Hopscotch is goated. Definitely.
Did you ever just like
You
walk
want
through
to
a park and see
play?
a
Let's
hopscotch
play.
and just play it, even if you're like a fully grown man.
It's like the Green Goblin mask, right? It just pulls you in.
Exactly. The grown man adult urge to play hopscotch. But hey, looks like there are bigger things to worry about here. As a lot of utility being thrown, Steel Guard in exchange too. Things are a bit of a difficult situation, but DC with the Sword of Force will make things helpful. That Steel Guard not affecting him one bit. It's a big one. What was that from A-Star? I don't know what you were thinking about that there, brother.
He's sandbagging him with a dimensional drip there to stop Trinity in his path, but DC's helping him out. The Sword of Force has claimed 3 heads up until now. And also left down to Disease to make a port. Such a good beginning, right? DUPG were up 2 players in a 5v3. Now it's down to this final 1v2 they're seeking out, and a post plant as well, just to bury in that hatchet. Trying to find anything, the wall bang won't be there, and DC just hops in for the quad. GGEZ making it a 10-2 split, and about deja vu.
I mean, I hate to pick on somebody, but I mean, the replay says it all. You see, what's that light from A-Star?
Where's he going?
Really not sure what the idea was there, bless him. But it backfires really badly, as that makes the numbers shrink massively there for DUPG, and that makes GGEZ almost make it free real estate. I mean, look at this bait from Trinity. You know, thinking that he's going to be close quarters, making the Yoru peek out to try and catch him out before falling to the chamber. It just backfires big time. You know, although Lightning Fast has had the big spotlight, it's Trinity who's really popped off this map. 18-8.
Wow. I mean, honestly, Trinity, you go on ahead. Take away the flawless MVP run here from Lightning Fast, but we're back to pistols again. And GGEZ, they find themselves this one. It could all be over, down to match point already. Trinity picking up an easy. That's going to be Battle of Fallen. Disease is looking to make up for it for 1 for 2. Disease shuts it down. But will they last? Absolutely not. Flame is still burning passionately. But Trinity just hopping in and out as if they were never there. Kohli
Spike
Making it a
down.
1v1. A-Star all down to you. The Waylay v
Don't
Waylay, but it's Trinity who walks out on top of it. 11-2. Pistol is theirs just by a very small margin. That one last player standing, all the results still theirs, just as it always has been.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the end of the DUPG run here in the qualifiers.
Hey there.
Oh, what's the law now, Noah? What's the law with this bear? Is he in jail? Oh my god,
He's
is
in
it Rapunzel? Is it Rapunzel?
Oh, I was about to
Acrobat?
say, yeah. But he's
Oh my
bald
God.
anyways, so
Yeah.
the hair's there to climb on.
He needs to find his his prince to rescue him.
Will it be Trinity?
Trinity. Or quickly like light speed, grab him and refract back, you know, use yeah, that's the storyline. We'll make that the case. Maybe
Ooh.
DUPG will just the Disney villains here, as the first pillar of that will fall.
Trinity showing no mercy here. Just walking into their territory with a Guardian
come on.
to shut two down. There is
Trinity-
no mercy being shown. The third
Wait,
one
is
as well.
this
They're all
serious?
just
Wait.
harassing him.
They're playing for Trinity to ace. They're literally defaulting
Yes.
for Trinity to 1v5. This is not fair.
He also
This
wants
is
to fight.
cruel.
Once in spot, he takes the challenge single tap. They're just giving up these ones.
No. They've
Trinity.
literally all defaulted so Trinity can 1v5.
One
This
enemy
is
remaining.
brutal.
Oh my
He
God,
finds Ace
Connor.
Star. One more remains, but the Flame takes it. That's like
Get the
last
ace.
one. Give it to
Get that
Trinity.
down.
Yes. The ace.
Need me to do it again?
GGEZ. Get yourself teammates
Match
like
point.
these. This is a supporting roster.
These are, you can tell these guys are good friends. You can tell they're homies. How many teams
One
would do
enemy
this?
remaining.
Wow. Fighting
I'll be
fast,
honest.
just serving himself for free so that his brother can get it.
Not many teams would be what, like what is the score right now? 38-8. Not many teams would be in that situation in a grand final either way. So honestly,
Be
they
right
gotta
back.
play for fun at this point. But DUPG, yeah, what are we calling it, Chiba? The DUPG comeback right now starts here.
I don't know, man. I hope Bad Love could do something. He usually has. But the spam from DC of the map even takes down A-Star. That's one in. Down. Out comes the well, that's a very open TP. He's
Spike
got the
down
Ares.
A.
Coley has an Ares, I repeat. Coley has an Ares. He switched to Guardian. He's betrayed his own kind.
This is unfair. I mean, he's multitasking.
Oh
and
my
a
God.
GC even
Oh
after
my
he finds the third as well. Where is he pulling these shots out from?
It's
Well,
savagery.
Flame.
It's savagery just like the whole series, Puffer. It's been just
Yes, it
like
is.
this the whole series. And in probably one of the most destructively one-sided best of fives we've ever
Defenders
seen.
win.
I've definitely ever casted.
One
GGEZ
enemy
are
remaining.
almost unanimously, almost undeniably, your champions of this qualifier second stage. This is ridiculous.
It was a close game. Really close game here, but GGEZ pulled out on top. Honestly, DUPG just a couple rounds. They could have had it, but
One
again,
enemy
yeah,
remaining.
again, we have 13-4, 13-2, 13-2. That is 36 rounds to 8-1 out by DUPG. There's no better way to put it than dominant, strong, overwhelming, and in general, GGEZ deserving to be the grand finalists and your champions here today. In the end, though, they even just played around. They were having fun with it. They went for knives. They went for Odins. Even an Ares pulled out by Coley for just a split moment. And not much that could be done by DUPG, I'll be completely honest. If I were in their shoes, I would have given up.
If I was the team facing GGEZ in the championship, now that we know they fully qualified in, I would be really scared because this team looks really strong. And it helps that there are a band of friends who, you know, a core of a really strong Ascension candidate team alongside one of the best players in the region who beat them in Ascension on top of it in lightning fast. It's an iconic line, and I hope that we can see them later on in the tournament do just as much work against very, very strong teams coming into this. But with that, you know, the Ascend Breakpoint Series Qualifier 2 is over. Brought to you by Reloader. It's anticlimactic for some, but definitely been fun along the way. So we'll have to give that credit at the very least, right?
Yeah, 100%. It has been definitely an outstanding match. One of a few, and I can confirm it has woken me up from my slumber, or at least, well, the slumber that I did end up having, which was quite cut short. But I mean, we don't get to see Corrode, we don't, or Sunset and Pearl, sadly. But in the end, we have ourselves the grand finalists, and that's going to be. I mean, GGEZ claiming the 50,000 rupees that they've just won out in dominant fashion. They played well. I'm hoping that the next time we see DUPG, they're going to be coming in with as much energy. Again, they were still doing their best. They were still trying to adapt. And some rounds they ended up winning and even maybe, I could say, outsmarting GGEZ. Even though that was a rare occurrence, it still happened. And honestly, that's something to be positive about. But the result is set in. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're taking a look at GGEZ, like you said, a team that's just combined well, a bunch of friends that really know the scene, really know how to play together, have the experience, and even Lightning Fast and RVK being, you know, a duo basically in South Asian servers, a feared duo, to be honest. So it shows that they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Waiting for our statistics to come in to kind of close the curtain on this. As on top of that, we'll have an interview coming up later as well. So don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to be talking to a member of GGEZ about that series. And with stats soon to be loaded in, I mean, I'm curious to see how dominant the stats will be. I wonder if we'll see 11 clutches again from GGEZ.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this interview. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. 13-10 first kills, 5 to 10. They have always been. And then there, that's just great. And almost 100 ACS of a difference. That is huge.
Team-wide average ACS difference being that high is ridiculous. Yeah. You have to also give respect to the 5 first bloods there from DUPG, which I actually believe are all from Bad Love. If they're not all from Bad Love, at very least 4 of them are. Because Bad Love's actually been not doing too bad with those opening fights, right? So if that was one thing you can give credit for DUPG, it would be that one. But aside from that, it's just a blum. It's just an absolute destructive storm from GGEZ. Unfortunately for DUPG, their mission of not going out with a whimper is unfortunately failed, as they'll fall 13-2 on this map. Just a repeat of last series. You know, map 1 seemed to be the closest it was going to be. I'm curious on the statistics here that we're going to be seeing fully here. Trinity, we have to note, we haven't mentioned him, but he was by far the strongest player in this map, at least. Lightning Fast might be MVP for the series, but Trinity at least could pop off this one time on the Waylay. 27 and 9. Wow.
Honestly, he was the spearhead of all the charges. Let's be honest. He went into the site, dashed on in, got the kills needed, opened up the initiation, the plant, everything. I feel like Trinity was just the anchor for the team GGEZ, even though the rest of the team, again, they followed along in a good path. They did what they must have done, and Lightning Fast was also, you know, kind of catching up to him kill-wise at the beginning of the match. Trinity just went way too fast towards that ending and even got the ace that was supported by the rest of the teammates. That's what we love seeing. Even though, again, there's always someone outstanding, they are allowed to do so because of the support of the rest of the team. That's what makes GGEZ so great, but it couldn't have been done without the precision, the experience that Trinity clearly holds. In 27-9, 3.0 KD, 472 ACS is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of the craziest, most dominant series we've seen in general, and this one is just the cherry on top. You know, Trinity being your MVP for the map, it's a 3 KD from your ACS. We already talked about it. 5 first bloods on this Waylay. The guy's been absolutely insane. Finally, having a bigger spotlight on himself rather than Lightning Fast, which we feel like we've talked about so much in this series, and rightfully so. But it is just a ridiculous thing. Bad Love got those four first bloods, so that's one small big credit you can give to Bad Love on the other team. But Trinity, without a fraction of a doubt, the strongest player in this map. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Waylay's just been going so hard on a map like this, and recently people are dominating a lot more thanks to getting to learn how a kit works, and it's just worked out so incredibly well.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity right now holds, I do believe, the highest ACS in the entirety of Ascend Breakpoint series through Qualifier 1 and 2. I'm pretty positive about that. Definitely, if not the highest, one of the highest out there. And that's an achievement to hold, especially considering, again, like you mentioned, if you're any team facing GGEZ going into the grand finals of the championship, you should be very scared. You want to VOD review them. And even then, I don't think there's much of a VOD review here. They weren't playing seriously. They were not playing to their full capacity. And in general, any team that might be looking to VOD review them could hopefully be looking at different matches from their past. But again, right now, we're just going to be waiting to get RVK in here, as well as we will be having an interview with them, which is exciting. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing what sorts of what was happening in the voice chat, because I imagine it was just very filled with a lot of joy and happiness.
Yeah, I think with that, we do have RVK actually here on the board. I think RVK, welcome to the interview. Good to see you, and congratulations on your victory. I know it was really, really, really one-sided. You know, I want to ask straight away, just to start very quickly. You guys are clearly domineering favorites going into this. You took down some other really good teams before going to grand finals, like Last Hope, for example, who have won the tournament before, despite maybe being a different core. Do you plan to match this level of dominance going into the final tournament, or do you think competition is going to be a little bit tighter for you guys? Oh, hold on, your mic's not on. Really quick, your mic's not on. Maybe need to unmute.
They can hear you now. They can hear you now.
Okay, there we go.
It's gone again. It's not.
Oh no, the mic's not working. No, RBK's mic isn't working. Hold on, let's get this fixed, because I think it might be just a small issue with the software they're using. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything's fine.
Yeah, just
all good, Prod?
Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Again, I can relate to
Hear me now?
microphones not working on broadcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'll repeat the question quickly.
That's my bad. Yeah.
No, you're good. Don't worry, man. I'll repeat it really quickly just to be sure. This grand final was stupid dominant. This whole tournament was really dominant from you guys. I know with the championship, you may have some bigger teams coming in. Do you guys expect to be equally as dominant in that tournament, or do you think things are going to be a little bit tighter for you guys?
I mean, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's nice to talk to you guys. And I mean, honestly, the event is like one-sided. Looks one-sided because I think we've been together for a long time, and I think we're a class apart, I would say, from the most teams, because I mean, the level of experience and the amount of time we put into the game and the way how much we play the game, I think that makes a big difference. And especially now we have Golu. We unfortunately could not have Makaveli with us, or that was their main team. We played with this team under DXC in the season. We came third. So now Golu coming in, and of course he's probably the best player in India right now, and having him on the team, and obviously he's my closest friend. I mean, it's super fun. We're just having a lot of fun playing the tournament, and we are practicing, so it's not like we are taking it too lightly, but it's always good to practice and have something to look forward to every day when you have a match. And a best of 5 grand final is, I think the last best of 5 I played was probably like 1 year or 2 years ago, so it's like really awesome to play. And yeah, coming into the main event, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be very tougher for us, because we know what to expect. We're not expecting teams to be bad, but we also would love to have a very good match and just go close. I don't really, think about winning or losing. I think I just want to play some good Valorant and enjoy the game.
Honestly, yeah, we can respect it. Good Valorant. That's what we saw from you guys, no doubt about it. But I just got to ask I imagine from a personal side of things, you guys were playing with a lot of, you could say, very competitive crosshairs, to say the least. And where'd you get them?
I mean, I think it started off with me. I think yesterday or yesterday, I was like, I'm not feeling it. I need a big crosshair, and that was the only big crosshair in my the list. So I was like, I'll just use this, and I was not doing too bad. So I was like, okay, fine, this is so fun. And then I think in the second map, I think Kohli started using the spectacles and stuff. I don't know where he got it from, but I mean, at least as long as they shoot, I won't say anything. The moment I see something's going wrong, I'm like, get back to it, guys. Don't go too crazy with it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. I know the vibes of this team has been really, really good. You guys are a really good group of friends, and it's great that you guys are able to find it. You have Lightning Fast on the roster too. You said it yourself. He's a duo of yours. He's a very good friend of yours. It must be a blast, right? And I think on top of that, from what I know, you've recently just started IGLing. It's not been too long of a journey for you. What's that been like, especially having honestly such a great start with a team that you're so familiar with and so well familiar?
Yeah, well, I think I mean I started IGLing back in March, April. I think when I got the DXC roster, and there are a bunch of kids. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm the father of 4 kids or something, and it's fun because it's a learning experience, right? Once you're a player and once you become an IGL, you need to manage each player. You need to talk to each of them, and make sure that they're in the best state of mind and best form going into each match, and lead them in game. Understand what their tendencies are. If I see, for example, I know Kohli, he's a type of player who's going with the vibes. So if I know that he's going too crazy, I have to keep him under control. And now having Golu, I think the amount of experience that he has, he's really helping us in the mid rounding when we practice or anything. The amount of like the places he goes and like tries to lurk into, or always calling stuff for the team. It's really nice, and I'm still learning, but it's a lot of fun. I always wanted to IGL. I had my old IGL captain, I mean Antidote. So I learned a lot from him as well, and not just out in game, but out game mentality, and there are a lot of things to IGLing. So it's a good experience. I'm really enjoying it, and I really hope going into 2026 I can do a lot better, and yeah, go to Ascension next year or whatever the system is.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, your IGLing showed itself throughout this match. At least one more question from my side of things is, it was mentioned multiple times, you duo up with Lightning Fast. How's the experience being a duo with them?
I mean, it's super fun. I mean, we know each other from 2020,
Oh,
but we recently started, like, I mean, 1 or 2 years ago when he was in GE, when he was franchised with GE. I think that's when we started playing a lot, and we've been really close ever since then. And playing with him is super fun. I mean, the thing is, both of us are really goofy. So
yeah.
we're like laughing all the
We
time, and it's
saw.
just like, yeah, it's just good vibes. So we just enjoy playing the game, and both of us have the same logic. Like, no matter what happens, we just want to play some good Valorant. And the best part is that since he has so much experience and obviously he's a better player, so when I play with him I learn a lot, and he keeps criticizing my game and I do the same, and like, we help each other get better. So it's a really fun dynamic, and yeah, he's just super awesome to play with him.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream. Thank you so much, RVK. It's a good interview. I appreciate it. That's really good, really
Thank you so
insightful to
much.
know. And listen, if things work out for you guys, if you end up, managing to make it far, be it in Ascension Tier 2, or who knows, maybe Tier 1
Yeah,
opportunities later on the line.
yeah.
Best of luck to you, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. And congrats
Thank
on
you
your
so
win.
much.
And here's hoping that we see an equally as strong one from you guys into the championship
Yeah,
tournament.
I hope so as well. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for the whole tournament. I mean, honestly, we don't have a lot of off season going on, and having a tournament from Ascend and all of you guys, it's something to look forward to as a team and as players. So super fun. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys in the main event again, and hopefully in the final interview. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
we
be
hope to
great.
be
We look
there.
forward to
yeah,
seeing your face later, man. We
yeah.
look forward
Thank you
to
so
it.
much. See you guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Congratulations. Have a good
Thank you
one.
very
And
much.
You too.
that's
Bye-bye.
RVK. Honestly, what a legend. What a lad. Again,
What a
such a
guy.
fun team. I love their mindset, right? They just want some good Valorant. That's how it should be. And
Yeah.
not only did they play good Valorant, they had an amazing time. They goofed around. I'm never gonna get those. I'm not gonna get those crosshairs out of my mind for another week. I'm telling you, I'm going into their DMs. I need the googly eyes one. I
Yeah,
need it.
you got to take that one at least. Yeah, I think what's good about this team is that they are really, really strong individually,
Yeah.
and although they like to have fun, they hold themselves to a high standard. I think that's a really healthy trait to have as a team, where you're able to be great friends, have a lot of fun, enjoy each other, but still be able to respect each other by being
Mhm.
critical of each other.
Yes.
It's a really good team trait to have. I think it's I talk about now, like they're a team that are new or anything like that. They are seriously no slouches. They are one of the best teams, if not the best team in this region, depending on how they perform in the ending tournament, right? But it doesn't change that there's a reason why, being a great group of friends, having a lot of experience, having a lot of really good players, but also just really having a great mindset about the game. So that's a good interview. It's good to hear from him, and I hope he does really good. I hope he does succeed in the
hope.
future, because
I think
it
it's
seems like a good
hard to
bunch.
see them not do very good. Again, even with today's performance, like you said, like DUPG isn't a bad team. We're not looking at a silver stack here. We're taking a look at a team that is respected to some degree, and GGEZ made them look like those so-called silvers. Now, not trying to be mean or discredit, but this was just a gap difference, a new class here, and GGEZ proved it. And again, going in with this dynamic of you not only being very positive about your gameplay, very happy, very joyful, but at the same time critical, I think that's the best team dynamic you can have. But in general, these were today's matches. They're also going to be walking away with a good, healthy 50,000 rupees and then continuing on to the championship, which I imagine they will be very happy to also claim. Maybe it's going to be a bit more tight. Again, like mentioned, the teams would definitely be on a different level too. But if we're taking a look, if I was a betting man, GGEZ would be the team I would put my money on, because today, I mean, they just proved it. They weren't even playing seriously, and they made this look like child's play.
Yeah, and they said it themselves. VK said himself he's looking to make it just as dominant going into it. You can see with the way the qualifiers are working here, you've got the top two from both qualifier 1 and 2 making it into the championship, which leaves 2 teams left here for the Breakpoint Last Stand. And that will be happening in December, just before the Breakpoint Championship, where they will fight for 150,000 rupees. This is going to be the big one. We've built up to it in the last few months. The series coming into its big triumphant conclusion, but just before that, we have the Last Stand, which is equivalent of a last chance qualifier coming in for these teams as an opportunity to really make it into the big stage, with 4 teams qualifying to the main event from that alone. And so with that, some of the placements for the grand final for the championship players are in, and the favorites have almost certainly been seen, at least from 1 to the very least. You've seen GGEZ make it this far in such a dominating fashion. I'm willing to bet whoever else is going to be in that tournament with them are going to be scared to their core about this team, because it just looks absurd how strong they really are.
Yeah, 100%. But in general, like all good things, this also must come to an end. To the grand final of the qualifier 2 of Breakpoint has been done. So we're now going to slowly start leaning in towards the end. Again, we do want to thank everyone who has been not only players, just in general, coming in to get into the qualifiers, give it their best shot. Also, the production team, which has woken both me and Shiba up just to get us onto the chair, onto the broadcast. And of course, thank you so much for supporting us. All the viewers coming in here to watch these teams play, give their opinions, and so on is absolutely lovely. And of course, like and subscribe. Join along Ascent and our path to greatness. I imagine, I'd hope so at least. So of course, to be kept up to date as to what's happening, you can subscribe. You can go and follow us on Twitter. Shiba, any other thanks you'd like to give out?
Moral of the story, have good vibes, take things seriously, and don't trust Google for time zones. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. But it's been a pleasure. Shout out to production, shout out to everyone watching. Like, subscribe, keep an eye on Ascend. This is one of the biggest tier 3 prospecting tournament organizers we've seen, and they've made such a great job at giving India and South Asia such a big spotlight. RVK said himself, they look forward to it so much during off-season times when they're playing during tier 2, and the Breakpoint Championship is not too far away now in December, Christmas time. It's going to get jolly, and the teams are going to get extra excited for these matches. So don't go anywhere, guys. It won't be long until we'll be back again for the Breakpoint Last Stand and the Breakpoint Championship. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shiva and Papa for the grand finals, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.
Neutralize.
Kill, let her go!
I know exactly where you are. Neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Switching sides. One enemy remaining.
No charges left.
Baby, you should know you need to
Proceed. One enemy remaining.
I need a concealment.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Spike's down.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
This way.
Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Coming through. Here we go. Shock it. Here we go.
Time to jump.
Fire in the hole. Get him.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Welcome to my
Spike planted. One enemy